For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA boxing. Yes, sir. We back. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody that will be coming. Pause. Goddamn. Hey, that goddamn punch wrong got me saying it's pause now. Hey, but anyways, yeah, man. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Once again, man, we're gonna let YouTube go ahead and do what it do. Let everybody know that we are live. They're gonna send out the notifications. And it is what it is, so yeah, man. Hey, shout out to our brother Charlo, man. They say, why am I laughing? I'm laughing because I already know. We got men with sensitivity. Ralph Tresvant. I need to sample Ralph Tresvant, man. Y'all go back to 1990. Ralph Tresvant, lead singer of the New Edition. He came out with an album called Sensitivity. I see a lot of sensitivity going on in the sport of boxing with the men. You dudes supposed to be African kings and Shaka Zulus and warriors and some of these dudes, bro. Woo! Oh man. Oh man. But y'all gonna learn today. So let me get this straight. So you don't even know. Hey, this one get me. Hey, Charlo, they don't even know what I'm going to say, right? Hey, Charlo, they don't even know what I'm going to say. But they up in arms already. Oh boy. Hey, bro. Oh man. Bro, but I got something for him today, though. I promise you I do. I got something for him today, boy. Hey, what Kevin Hart say? You gonna learn today. Hey, but anyways, man, we're gonna have a good show today, man. We're gonna talk about the Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather situation. You know what I mean? So I get it. Some people, I'm not gonna put the brother. Well, you know what? I can't say it. But my little young brother Toon say, what Toon? Hey, what Toon that? Toon say, Hey, Toon say, he said, why you gotta be disrespectful, man? His daddy, Floyd, come on, bro, be neutral. Okay, all right, let me start laughing, man. Let me start laughing, man. Hey, listen, man. Bro, listen, bro. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, man, bro. Let me get into it, man. Pause. All right, let me start laughing, man. I'm being very unprofessional right now. Let me try to be professional. Man, these dudes, man, I tell you, boy. Oh my God, bro. I mean, listen, Ralph Tresvant, El DeBarge, Chico DeBarge, James DeBarge, the entire DeBarge family. I say this. Al B. Sure, Christopher Williams, bruh, please come on. Why? I didn't know. I'm telling you, when I started this channel 6 months ago, I had no idea that male boxing fans were this sensitive. Like literally, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You guys know my motto. I say anybody can get it. But what I realize is anybody can get it as long as it's not the fighter who I'm talking about. I noticed that. You know what I mean? When I say anybody can get it, I'm not, anybody can get it. You know what I mean? But you don't even know what I'm going to say. And already. So, but let's get into the show, guys. So, back to what I was saying. I'm going to prove a point, though. You know what I mean? I like to try to teach on this show as well. So, we're going to get straight to it. Shout out. Let's give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat, a round of applause. Everybody in the chat, a round of applause. Shout out to Dirty D. Now, I got a homeboy named Dirty D. For real, though. Shout out to Dirty D. Shout out to Tune. Tune, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, brother. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You know, I'm really sorry. You know, I'm you know, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Anyways, shout out to Martin John. Shout out to GB Guthrie. What's going on? What's going on, Guthrie? What's going on, GB? Shout out to my brother Ronald Finkley. Big Ron, what's up, bro? Shout out to my main man Ron, man. Ron, what's going on, Ron? Shout out to Gar Harrison. Shout out to Merrill Dixon. What's that? Merrill? Yeah, shout out to Merrill Dixon. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my co-host, Shelton Moore. Let me go ahead and drop him the link right quick. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG. What's going on, OG? You see what I'm saying? I like that. You know I like that name, OG now. I like that. Shout out to my brother Charlo, man. Hey, you sent me that. Hey, thanks for sending me that too, man. This is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious. Let me go ahead and drop the link, man, for Shelton. Let me go ahead and drop the link for my co-host, Shelton Moore, man. Drop the link for him, man. Shout out to Tyson Furies. Shout out to the Manny Pacroyd. Shout out to Jaden One. Shout out to Lady Shan. Boop. Give Lady Shan a round of applause. Y'all please go subscribe to Lady Shan's channel. Hit the Ali bell for Lady Shan. Shout out to Lady Shan, man. Shout out to Carne. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, Shan, you're right. I need a man with sensitivity like me. Yeah, I had no idea the male boxing fans. But that go to show you how ignorant I was. Shout out to Elvis. Shout out to Brendan Smith. You know what I mean? And let's see. But they don't even know what I'm gonna say. That's the thing, though. They don't. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shout out to Toby Barlett. Shout out to G-Man. What's up, G-Man? Got my co-host in the building right now, Shelton Moore. Listen, shout out to shout out to Carlos Mendoza. Shout out to Elvis. What's going on, fam? Shout out to the Boxing King. Shout out to Chris. What's going on, Chris? Shout out to Johnny Blaze. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Topin Time. What's up? Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Brian Edwards. And I think that's it for right now, man. That's it. Shout out to Wole. Shout out to NL. And my brother Philly Fly. What's going on, man? Man, Philly Fly, I ain't seen you since 1969, man. And I wasn't even born in 69. That's the last time I saw you. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. And shout out to Steve in the UK. All right, let's get into it. Shelton, how you doing, brother? Just give him a round of applause.
I'm doing good, Coach. Thanks, everybody that checked on me. Lady Chan, Lisa, Jed, you guys checked on me. I really appreciate that. I'm back at the house, as you can see. It was a great night, great fights, great energy. Hey, I got to do it again. I might have to do it for the, I don't know about going to the motherfucking Wilder fight. They might try to jump on the brother down there, so I might not do that.
Hey, my brother too said I couldn't let you slide, big dog. You know that was a sneakness in the title. Really.
Well, I'm gonna go just to go because I want to see if I ran it. As a matter of fact, let me share this with you, Coach. I ran into a couple of LDBC strong dudes down there.
Yeah,
and you know what? They had nothing to say. It was all love. We was all chilling. Didn't bring nothing up. Nobody brought nothing up. It was cool. Like, yeah, I know you are. I see you. I said, yeah, I disagree with you sometimes, most of the time, and sometimes I agree. But most of the time, the shit you're talking about, I don't agree with. Yeah. And we can agree to disagree. And that's what it's all about, people. That's what it's all about. We was down there at the fight. We had a good time. It wasn't no personal animosity or none of that. It's just boxing talk. That's all it is.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all it is, bro. It's really not that serious. Hey, you guys got to forgive me, man. Today, I cannot stop laughing. I do not know why everything's so damn funny today. You know what I mean? But, you know, if you guys get to know me personally, I laugh a lot. I love to laugh. So people ask me, say, why you look so young for your age? I laugh all the time. Shit just be funny. You know, I got homeboys who are hilarious. And that's when we get together, we just laugh all day. That's it. We just laugh, have fun, kick it, and that's it. You know what I mean? But It say what? Philip Fly say, Coach, you high? No, I'm not high.
Hey,
I'm
Toon,
not high.
Toon, let me holler at you. Toon, drop your cash app, man, so I can get you out the way.
Yeah. Hey, he said, OG say, let me find out you hit the bud, Coach. Nah, I ain't smoking that, y'all. I ain't smoking that. If I did, I'll tell you. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. OG, this real talk. The reason why I can't smoke weed is because when I smoke, I really start laughing. I'm the dude who smoke and everything funny. I'm just being honest with you. Well, that's you know what I mean? I can't handle it. That's why I can't do no other drugs. Like these dudes be doing Molly's and whatever they, sipping lean and down here in Miami, they smoke dirties. They call dirties when you smoke weed and cocaine, laced with cocaine. They call it smoking dirties and AK. Yeah, I can't do none of that. Because I can't handle weed. You see what I'm saying? So I know I can't handle none of the other stuff. So you feel me? But yeah,
Toon, I got you, brother. It's still the same. I got you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna be doing some business with you again. I'm 0-2 right now. I don't like that. I don't like losing.
Oh man, so hey, he say Coach pulls a whitey when he smokes. I don't know what you mean by that, about whitey. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me say this, Coach. Let me say this. Hey man, look, we gonna have to keep it the same energy that we keep over here all the time, man. Like I say, I ran into a bunch of them LDBC dudes, and they good dudes, man. They just out there, like the coach say, they capping and getting their bread, and you can't handle a motherfucker for capping and getting his bread and hustling. That's all they doing. They good dudes, man.
Yeah, I don't have a relationship with nobody from that side of the fence. So but Shelton do. He has a relationship with him. I don't, you know what I mean? So like Shelton be introducing me to dudes like when Batman came on, he said, you know who that is? I'm like, nope. I still don't know who he is. He said, that's Gary Russell Jr. brother. I'm like, okay. And you know what I mean? But I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he might be a good dude.
You didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. I don't know who Santos is. I mean, I don't know none of these dudes. I have no relationship with anybody from the LDBC. You see what I'm saying? And that just, but
the thing is, Coach, we all black. You know what I'm saying? So we can banter and talk and have our boxing talk and have our opinions. But when you see each other, it shouldn't be none of that garbage going on. That's what I'm talking about. Because we're too old for that.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that.
We're too old for that. We should be able to be men and talk and have our opinions and bypass each other as acquaintances. Just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. That's why it's so funny to me. When I be receiving dudes telling me, yeah, man, you better not. Hey man, I hope I see you here and I hope I see you there. I'm like, for real, dude?
Coach, you're not the only one that get that. And Friday, Saturday, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning showed me that all that is garbage because I'm right there and the energy is totally different. So we're gonna leave it at that.
The boxing section TBS. All right, I dropped the link. I'm trying to think, who was the boxing section? He been on here before, right?
That's Kyle. That's the brother that stayed with me at the we stayed at the same hotel. That's Kyle.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I know it look familiar. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. But hold on. I'm gonna let you on in a minute. So anyways, why is the title of this show? Should Tank Davis take control of his career? Or should he be a good boy? You know what I mean? Or should he just be a good boy and listen to his daddy Floyd? I'm finna tell you why I say this. Why was the topic is this? This is not a slight towards Tank. But I knew when I named it this title, everybody who's a Tank Davis fan is gonna think I'm dissing Tank. But I just need you to listen what I got to say. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, Floyd Mayweather treats Tank Davis like he's a little boy. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. So Brian Edwards, shout out to Brian Edwards for the super chat, man.
Super chat received.
Hey, Brian Edwards say, I love to listen to you brothers. I only know basketball. Yeah, man, shout out to Brian Edwards, man. So I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Tank Davis is a grown-ass man. He's 26 years old, last time I checked, right? Now, certain fans of certain fighters or certain promotional companies, they like to call out fighters who they don't like, who is not with the PBC. Now, I'm not saying anybody in this chat. So, Toon, I'm not talking about you because I know how sensitive you is, my brother. But I'm not talking about you. But I'm just saying, certain people, like certain fighters, they'll call them all kind of names. They'll say A, B, C, and D, and it's fine. It's fine, right? But then as soon as I say something about Tank, you know what I mean, it's up in arms, right? But when I call Wilder the twerkinator, if you're not a fan of Wilder, it's cool. You know, if I get on Tyson Fury, call him the Gypsy Queen, okay, if you're not a fan of Fury, it's cool. You know, I started this show, I say anybody can get it. You see what I'm saying? Anybody can get it. You know, so, you know, when I see suspect stuff going on, I got to call it like it is. I got on Tank not too long ago, him and Adrian Broner being all booed up in the club, and, you know, Adrian Broner tooting his head back trying to give him some sugar. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to get off topic. I'm saying that Tank is not a boy. Tank is a grown-ass man. He has the ability to take control of his career, fight who he wants to fight, and do what he want to do, right? Now, I want to say all that to say this before I let anybody else get on the panel. Now, there's no question in my mind that Tank Davis is a phenomenal fighter. We all know this. And some people would say, especially if you are fans of Tank Davis, that he's the best fighter in the sport of boxing. Okay? You know what I mean? But now, in my opinion, based on my experiences in watching boxing, but the only way to find out how great a fighter really is, especially someone like a Tank Davis, is for Tank, he would have to fight the other top fighters in his weight division. You see what I'm saying? Now, some people, and I might be one of those people, some people would say that Floyd Mayweather is the problem for Tank, right? And he's holding him back from fighting the top guys. You know, now some of Tank fans seems to be okay with Tank fighting C-class fighters. Gotta call it like it is. So if you are a fan of Tank and you saying that, hey man, Josh Taylor ain't nobody, Teofimo Lopez ain't nobody, you know, Lomachenko ain't nobody, you know what I mean? But you telling me that Mario Barrios is a killer? Something you the person I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Now, there seems to be a double standard that certain fans have when it comes to their favorite fighters. Now, let me give you the definition of what a double standard is for those who don't know. You know, now pretty much the definition of a double standard is when there are a certain set of rules and principles that applies differently to your favorite fighter or what you believe in, you know what I mean? And they are usually more rigorously used towards a certain group of people, right? Or certain circumstances than another. So I say all that to say this. You will say that, hey, if this guy fights a C-class fighter, this fighter he's fighting, even though no one's never heard of him, he's the greatest fighter of all time. He's great. He's one of the top guys. My fighter did good by fighting him. And you would dismiss all of the other champions like a Teofimo Lopez, a Vasily Lomachenko, you know what I mean, or a Devin Haney, or a Josh Taylor, or Shakur Stevenson, or anyone else, or Errol Spence, or a Terrence Crawford, or a Manny Pacquiao. You'll dismiss everybody else to justify, you know what I mean, why your fighter is fighting this guy. You see what I'm saying? You'll say that's cool. But then when one of those other fighters fight the same caliber type fighter that Tank is fault or your fighter is fault, you'll turn around and say, oh man, he ain't fought nobody. He need to fight somebody. That's the double standard. Now, what does double standard lead to? It goes into hypocrisy and contradictions. Now this is where the hypocrisy comes in at, guys. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? What is hypocrisy? Hypocrisy is pretty much a behavior that contradicts what one claims that he feels or believes. So anytime what you say is in direct contradiction to the way you move or about with another fighter is in direct contradiction to what you say about your fighter, that's a contradiction. You see what I'm saying? That's hypocrisy. Because in one note, you'll say that someone like Crawford, he fought Mean Machine, he ain't fought nobody. But then Tank fight Mario Barrios. Now y'all saying Mario Barrios is a goddamn killer. I ain't never heard of the dude, but he's a killer. So you see the double standard, the hypocrisy, and the contradictions. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to contradictions, we all know, that a contradiction is a situational ideas. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like in total opposition of one another. You see what I'm saying? Because what you'll do is you'll declare publicly that you are the best fighter in the world, but you won't fight the other top fighters in your respective divisions. But you will justify fighting the C-class fighter while at the same time saying that you're the best fighter in the world and dismissing everyone else that's in your division that are top fighters. So I'm not saying Tank Davis is doing this. I'm saying this is what Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby is doing. But some of you guys got so sensitive at the title that you thought that I was going to get on your favorite fighter when in actuality, I'm fixing to defend him. So please pull out your tissue, clear your eyes, blow your nose, and everything going to be okay. You see what I'm saying? Now, what I say is this here. The question I ask y'all is this. Should Tank Davis take more control of his career and stop listening to Floyd? Or should he be a good boy and listen to his daddy, Floyd Mayweather, and listen to what his daddy, Floyd Mayweather, tells him to do? You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you where I'm going at with that. Because in my opinion, Floyd treats Tank like that's his son. I'm your daddy. You do what I tell you to do. But the last time I checked, does the fighter work for the promoter or does the promoter work for the fighter? You see what I'm saying? This is where I'm going at. This is where I'm going at with this. Oh, sorry about that. My mom. This is where I'm going at with this. Sorry about that, Shelton.
That's all right, brother. You cooking, and I feel the same way to a certain extent. But here's the thing. Now, we cannot deny, no matter how much we dislike his antics and the things that he does, I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather,
right?
That if he listens to Floyd, he gonna make a ton of money. Because I'm gonna tell you from I was there. By the time the co-main started, I was telling all my partners, like, hey man, we just debunked that theory that Tank is a pay-per-view star, because this place is half-ass empty. Man, what did I say that for? By the time Lubin had dispatched my man Rosario, I turned around and it was standing room only. So fighting in Atlanta for Tank is a very good thing. They came out. It was standing room only in that joint.
Right. Listen, and this is what I'm saying. Like bro, it's kind of crazy me trying to prove my point, because I'm talking to some fans who literally just mentally, they're just not there yet. You know, they suffer, you know, they suffer from missing an era of boxing that they don't know what it's like to see greats fight each other. So now, I've even heard narratives like this. This is the new narrative that I heard, guys. You heard it here first, or you might have heard it somewhere else. Tank Davis is such a great fighter that the reason why he went all the way up to 140 to get a fight is because Teofimo Lopez is ducking Tank. Teofimo didn't want no smoke with Tank when he was at 135, even though I think he only had 1 or 2 fights there. So Teofimo Lopez didn't want to fight him. Lomachenko's scared of him. He don't want to fight him. So, and Devin Haney don't want to smoke.
Hold on. Stop right there. I got to interject. I'm sorry. I got to interject.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to say this. I believe Lomachenko, I have to take everything I said back about Lomachenko. I don't think Lomachenko is afraid of anybody. He'll fight. Teofimo Lopez, that's a different deal. Because I heard his daddy, when I was on the airplane, jumped on talking about, oh, the only reason Lomachenko beat Nakatani is because we softened him up. You softened him up? Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw Nakatani giving your son hell. So the part about Tank and Lopez, and saying Lopez, he's saying Lopez is ducking him. He could be. Because I'm truly starting to believe, listening to the narratives and the things that's going on, that Teofimo Lopez may not be everything that they say he is. And now I'm really itching to see that Loma-Teo rematch, because that is happening. Uncle Bob is going to make that happen.
Okay, so this. All right, Wole, I'm glad you brought that up. Check this out. Now, I did address double standards and contradictions and hypocrisy. The 3 words I brought up: double standard, contradictions, and hypocrisy. Look those words up if you don't know what they mean, because I just broke it down for you. Now, Wole says Tank is going to be a PBC star. He was groomed for it. Like Shelton said, it's about the money, and Tank will make tons of money with Floyd, except if he decides to be his own man and boss. So, let me ask you a question. Does the same rule apply for Terence Crawford? Bam.
No. Hell no.
Because when it comes to Terence Crawford, you don't nobody say this. Terence Crawford made a ton of money with Bob Arum. He getting paid $4.5 million a fight. He has a net worth of $8 million. But when it comes to Crawford, you don't say Crawford is making a ton of money with Bob Arum. He was groomed for it. Like Shelton said, it's about the money. And Crawford will make tons of money with Bob, which he has. He made some damn good money with Bob. His contract is up. He's going to get paid another $4.5 million for this next fight, regardless of who he fights, except if he decides to be his own man or boss. So you're trying to tell me that a grown man, if he decides to be his own man, The same. Do you see what do you see the contradictions now? So when it comes to certain fighters, it's okay for them to not be their own man, not be their own boss, and follow their promoter. But then when it comes to the fighter that you don't like, I'm not saying this is you, Wole. He need to do this. He need to do that. Yada, 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 yada. Same situation. Now the only difference is, in defense of what you guys would say, Bob Arum is disrespecting, is disrespecting Terrence Crawford.
And let me say this, Coach. And let me say this. That's a totally different situation because Arum wasn't trying to promote Crawford, and Arum was not giving Crawford the fights that he needed. You guys just wait till after October. He's finna dispatch this dude, whoever this dude is, he finna fight. I know him, Zapata. I've seen him before. This dude might go 5 rounds with that. He'll get rid of that dude. He's gonna take his money and he's gonna do something different. I'm not privy to tell you right now because the people who gave out the information want to keep it that way. But you just watch after October and you'll see that me and Coach are telling you the truth.
Right, here we go. Hey, shout out to Tune for the super chat.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say Tank fan, of course, but I think Floyd is marinating them fights, and Ryan ducked Tank already for Fortuna and ducked them too. You know, I don't think Tank and Haney will ever happen, but T.O. and Ryan will happen for sure. Okay, cool. So Elvis said that Coach, different between Bud and Tank is that his promoter doesn't say he can't sell for inch. Yes, I just addressed that. His promoter is throwing him under the bus. But outside of the fact that the promoter is throwing him under the bus, and that is the big thing, the promoter is throwing him under the bus. Has Bob Arum paid Terrence Crawford? Yes. he has a net worth of $8 million. He's been making some money over there. Especially
let me go back. Hold on, Coach. One more thing. Let me go back and address this comment right here. Big Nose Ellerby talking about Tank has no black fans. Well, I don't know what the fuck you was talking about, dude. You must not been there. If you think Tank don't have no black fans, damn near that whole arena was black. So I don't know what Ellerby's talking about. I don't know where he's going with that. That's really a misinformed, a stupid comment, in my opinion. I don't know why he said that.
Right. So Mad Dog 8 say, as a big Crawford fan, I'm disappointed at the way his career is going. Who are you disappointed in? The promoter or the fighter? That's a damn good question. Who are you disappointed in, the promoter or the fighter? It's a loaded question. I got an answer for it too. Based on depending on what you say, I got a damn good answer for you.
Yeah, that's a good question, Coach. Ask him to defend that. You can't be disappointed in the fighter because the fighter fights whoever they put in the ring with him. Right. And he destroys whoever they put in the ring with him, as you can see for the last 4 years. Right, exactly. So cut that out.
Right, exactly. No, I'm just asking a question. I just want to see what he's gonna say. I have a damn good answer, a damn good one. Because when it comes to one fighter, it's okay for you to not fight the top guys. Fight whoever they put in front of you. Get paid a boatload of money, and we're gonna ride for you because that's your fighter. I'm pointing out hypocrisy, double standards, and contradictions. That's really the topic of this show. Because I'm finna show some of you guys how biased you is, how you contradict yourself, how hypocritical you are, and your double standards. So I'm waiting on this brother's answer. You know what I mean? I'm waiting on his answer. But anyways,
you don't have one.
But in my opinion, okay, Wale says Crawford should have left Arum a long time ago, and it's not too late. Dude, Crawford was under contract. Wale, I don't know if you know what contracts are. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but Crawford was under contract, right? When you sign a contract with a promotional company, you cannot leave that promotional company or you will get sued.
Ask Mikey Garcia.
Mikey Garcia tried that same thing with Top Rank, and he got put on the shelf for 2 years, and he lost the lawsuit, and he had to pay Bob Arum money. I don't know. Bruh, it's like, I don't, Wale, you know what? I'm going to back up off that, bro. I almost said something. I'm going to back up off that. Anyways, yeah, but when it comes to fighters, Tank has to do what Floyd Mayweather tells him to do. When he was at the press conference and they asked him who else he plans on fighting at 135 or 140, whatever the case may be, Tank immediately looked directly to his right. He looked at Floyd, and Floyd did the talking for him. Hold on. Toon said he could have bought himself out like Floyd did. How do you know? See, now you guys are talking about stuff that you don't know what the hell you're talking about now.
Toon, let me talk to Toon. Toon, check this out. Floyd bought himself off for $750,000 because he didn't owe Bob any more fights. He just wanted to get out of the contract. Crawford couldn't get out of that contract because it would cost him way more than $750,000. So why would I turn down the biggest guarantee in the welterweight division? Because ain't nobody getting $4.5 million guaranteed, no matter who they fight in the welterweight division, besides Crawford. When I can go on and take this money, plus I get an extra $1 million for every fight I fight that is not Spence. So why am I going to fuck that off and go to court with Bob? I don't have as much money as Bob. He'll keep me on the shelf. Why would I do that? That's not very smart, Toon. So you got to think about things before you say them.
And Toon, you acknowledging if it's about the money, right? Because with Tank Davis, y'all just said that Tank gonna make a boatload of money with Floyd. He don't need to fight no Teofimo Lopez, no big fighters. Why should he do that? He making a boatload of money. Well, ain't Crawford making a boatload of money with Bob Arum? He ain't fighting no top-ranked, top-notch fighters. Not due to his own fault.
Toon, to your comment right there, why would I spend money when I don't have to and stop making money? Why would I do that? That makes no sense, Toon.
I don't get what these we're gonna get back on Tank though, because I ain't trying to like detour to Crawford. I want to stay back on topic. But a lot of you guys say stuff y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Like literally. I mean, I would think that you guys was in the office with Bob Arum and Bo Mack when these contracts were signed. You guys talk like you actually seen these guys' contracts and know exactly what's going on. The man got a net worth of $8 million. You can't say in one breath, well, it's all about the money. It's all about the money, and Tank's supposed to make as much money as he can. But then when it comes to another fighter who you're not that crazy about, you have a total different double standard for that fighter.
Hey, Coach.
Go ahead.
I just got your notification. It's 12:38.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. You know that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So now, I just wanted to prove that point. Your double standards, contradictions, and bias. And double standard contradictions and hypocrisy as relate to that. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back on Tank Davis. Floyd Mayweather took over the conversation. He immediately went to talking for Tank. Now Tank is his own man, right? Tank can speak for himself. He should be able to say, hey, listen. He should be able to say, hey, listen, this is who I want to fight next. Lomachenko did it. Lomachenko said, hey man, I want to fight Teofimo Lopez next. You know, so he said, my question, why did Crawford extend his contract in 2018? Just asking, Coach. Listen, he extended his I don't broke this down already on Wole. 2018, he re-signed with Bob Arum. Bob Arum promised him that he was going to get him the big fights, and he got a pay raise to re-sign with Bob Arum. I'm going to pay you $4.5 million per fight. Why would he not re-sign with Bob Arum for that kind of money? Guaranteed. $4.5 million a fight. That's one. I broke this down already, but I'm gonna break it down again. And two, prior to him re-signing that contract in 2018, Bob Arum and Terrence Crawford did not have any issues. Bob Arum helped him become champion at 135. Bob Arum helped Terrence Crawford become undisputed at 140. So if you look at the track record prior to welterweight, they had a good relationship and he got them all of the fights. I don't know what part of that nobody is understanding. Don't
forget, Coach, that his first fight at 147 was for a world title.
And his first fight at 147 was for a world title. Exactly. So look, your first fight is going to be for a world title. I'm going to give you the guy who beat Pacquiao. And I'm going to pay you $4.5 million a fight. And I'm going to make sure that I get you the big name fights in the other divisions. Within 147. This guy got a net worth of $4.8 million. He's getting paid for over $4 million a fight. And he shouldn't have re-signed. Y'all, go ahead.
And you guys don't know this. It's a clause in that contract. Every fight he fights that is not Errol Spence, he gets extra $1 million. So why he wouldn't take that?
Bro, I'm glad some of you guys are not promoters or managers. you know what I mean? Shout out to Antonio guys, man. Antonio say, man, how much money is Tank really getting from Mayweather Promotions? Because I feel like Floyd is like Birdman, buying Tank cars and chains and giving Tank pennies on the dollar. You know, I don't know, man. That's a good question. That's a real good question.
And if he is, brother, that's on Tank. That's not on nobody else. Tank is the one accepting it.
Right. And then the guy say, yeah, man, and then the guy say, yeah, man, he should have went to PBC. Why? I can tell when you say that you are fans of PBC. So I don't know where that's coming from. Again, Al Heyman didn't offer Crawford your first fight at welterweight. You're gonna get $4.5 million guaranteed per fight. And your first fight at welterweight, it's going to be a title shot. If I have a good relationship, a business relationship with Shelton, let's say Shelton, my promoter, I'm a fighter. If I have a good relationship with Shelton, or if I have a good relationship with my brother Ronald Finkley, or if I have a good relationship with Halim, and Halim has delivered on everything he told me he was going to deliver. Not only that, Halim say, listen, man, coach, you move up to 147, your first fight going to be for a championship, so you're gonna get a championship if you can win, and you're gonna get paid $4.5 million per fight throughout the duration of this contract. You saying, oh, he shouldn't have did that. But anyways, let's go back to Tank. Because I'm not trying to make this a Terrence Crawford. I'm trying to prove your contradictions, how you contradict yourself. That's one. I'm trying to prove the double standard. That's two. And I'm trying to show you the hypocrisy. Right? So you have one set of rules for one fighter, but then when it comes to the other fighter, those same rules do not apply. You switch it up. You say, hey, well, this fighter doing right. Tank doing right. Tank making money. It's all about the money. Who cares if he fight legacy fights? Who cares if he fight Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney? Well, at the same time, you will say Crawford need to be fighting Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. While at the same time acknowledging that he can't really fight those guys unless his promoter make the fight. So the promoter is the reason why he's not getting those fights, but then you turn around and blame the fighter, say he shouldn't have re-signed when the fighter is making more money, more guaranteed money than anybody at welterweight at the PBC. Because at the PBC, they don't make a lot of guaranteed money, right? They get paid like $1.5, $2 million guaranteed, and then they get back end money, depending on how the pay-per-view sales go. And they don't get paid the rest of their money on pay-per-view sales until 3.5 to 4 months later, because that's how long it takes to tabulate what those numbers are going to be, and that's how they determine what the split going to be. Shout out to DJ.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
For the super chat.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said at that point, Bob was still dangling that Manny Pacquiao fight in front of Crawford. This is why Shakur should leave. He ain't getting that Valdez fight. Yeah, so now, hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. If Tune is my promoter and you have delivered on everything that you told me you was going to deliver on, and then you say, listen, if you resign with me, I'm going to get you the big name fights. But not only that, I'm going to make sure you get paid a guaranteed $4.5 million a fight, regardless of who you fight. Why in the hell I wouldn't sign that contract? If it was the PBC fighter, you PBC fight fans would not be saying any of this. I'm showing you the double standards and the hypocrisy.
Hey, Coach.
Go ahead.
Do me a favor. Drop the link in the chat one more time. I got to go do something. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes.
All right. Yeah.
So I can get back in.
I'm about to link down here. You know what I mean? I dropped the link down. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. I'm just pointing out the double standard. That's all I'm saying. I'm pointing out the double standard and hypocrisy because I think that's important. So now, you guys are saying that Tank should just stay with Floyd, don't be his own man, and just and let the promoter do the talking for him. Let the promoter do everything. Why do you have a different standard for Tank? But then when it comes to other fighters who are not your favorite fighter, you say something totally different. Same logic, right? But when it comes to the other fighter, there's a double standard. And then when I point out your hypocrisy on it, you won't even acknowledge your hypocrisy on it. The link been dropped. Shout out to my brother Ronald Finkley, man. Give him a round of applause. Go ahead, Ron.
Yo, I hope I'm not echoing. I'm echoing.
Hold on, Ron. Hey, shout out to DJ. Shout out to DJ as well. I'm gonna let you talk, brother, as soon as Ronald finishes. Go ahead, brother.
I'm not echoing, man. I'm not echoing.
No, you sound all right.
What's good, Coach Malachi? New Media Today, USA. I love this channel. You come on every day at 3 o'clock. It's a blessing, yo, in disguise, bro. Yo, you know what, man? Like, what you do is important. Coach Malachi, I don't cap for nobody, but I'm capping for you today, bro. I'm going to keep it real. You make me feel good about boxing in America, bro. I'm just a boxing fan. And when I come on channels, I like to hear what the real shit is about. And it's never about following your lead. It's about understanding what we want as American boxing fans and the UK. You see what I'm saying? So, like, man, I just got to give you a big up props, bro. You doing your thing, bro. Respect already.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that, man. I just try to point out, and again, this ain't me capping for nobody. And I'm not dissing Tank. I'm saying that I feel like that, bro, just listen to the, watch that press conference with Tank Davis and watch that press conference with Tank Davis after the fight. And Tank was doing his own talking. Tank talking a whole lot better than he used to. So I applaud Tank for that. Tank is a phenomenal talent. So why is it that certain fighters, they supposed to fight the killers in the division? Well, Crawford need to be fighting this dude. Errol Spence need to be fighting that guy. This fighter need to be fighting this guy. But then when it comes to your fighter, when he fight a C-class fighter, oh man, that was a good fight. The same rule doesn't apply. And then when I point out the hypocrisy and the double standard and the contradiction within that narrative, there's no answers for it. I respect you if you just come out and say, you know what, dog, I'm just very biased towards my fighter. Yes, I have a double standard. Yes, it is hypocrisy. I don't care nothing about that. This is what I did, but this is what I do. I'd rather you just come out and say that because it's obvious what it is at this point. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut off for a minute because I'm doing that. I'm going down in the valley, but I don't think I'll lose the connection. But you are totally right. Like, I didn't watch the press conference after. Like, I was so happy with what Tank did that I didn't feel like he got exposed, and I think he can do the 135 division justice. He's the pain in the 135 division. So I'm cut off for a minute.
Okay, go ahead. DJ, go ahead, fam.
What's going on, Coach? How you feeling today? OG Shelton, how you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm still mad at you, man. You owe me some motherfucking wings, dog.
I told you Tank was going to stop him. And Shelton, what round did I call that fight?
You called
what round did I say Tank was going to get him out of there?
At the venue. You said he going to get him out of there in the 11th round with a body shot. You said that at the venue. And goddamn, you was right.
Damn, if you would have bet money on that, you'd have made a whole lot of goddamn money.
I swear, man, I should have put some money down. But, just going back to your point, Coach Malachi, this is why I say outside of Ryan Garcia, because we all know, oh, man, I ain't even going to get on him. This is why I say I don't believe that another fighter is afraid to fight another fighter. The business of boxing blocks big fights. Because you get a situation like this, and I forget what fight it was after. I think it was after the Gamboa fight, or it might have been the fight before that. Leonard Ellerbe sat his big head behind up there on at that press conference and said, I'm gonna move Tank how I want to move Tank. Tank's a star already. We gonna get, man, we trying to make money. He's a pay-per-view star. So that told me everything I needed to know about Leonard Ellaby and Floyd. They don't care about what we think. They want to get him paid. So
or they want to get paid.
yeah. So they're gonna,
they want to get paid. Say that, DJ. You was there.
Man, listen.
and DJ, listen. That arena was packed when Tank fought. So that's what they're looking at. It was like, well, we can fight a B plus fighter like Mario Barrios, because Mario Barrios was game. And there was a lot of people like Sheldon who thought Mario Barrios was gonna win that fight. So all of a sudden when Tank sleeps, and let's not take away credit from what Tank did, man. He had a masterful performance that night. I think it took him 4 rounds. I don't necessarily think, and this is where I disagree with some people's breakdowns. I don't necessarily think, oh man, Barrios' jab was giving Tank trouble. No, Tank figured out how to get inside his range. Sheldon can attest to this. I was like, every time he threw that uppercut, he was getting closer and closer and closer. Every time Barrios threw some, and he was just walking him down, kept walking closer and closer, trying to find his range. He had to figure out a way to get inside that link. And once he did, man, oh man.
And you know what? I was the biggest supporter of Barrios. You know that. I've been hollering Barrios since the fight was announced. Am I right?
That's right.
And I will say, Tank proved me wrong. His boxing skills are way better than I thought they were. Tank is a way better fighter than I thought he was.
Yo, Coach, you forgot the memo. DeMarco versus AB was the plan that Floyd had in motion a long time ago. When AB beat DeMarco, that's how I had a feeling that this fight was going to go with Tank versus Barrios, bro. It was a setup, bro. They played it to the T, bro.
Well, what you mean it was a setup?
Yo, dog, put it like this. AB let his hands go early on in his career. I had a feeling that Barrios wasn't going to let his hands go, even though Marco let his hands go a little bit with AB. But I had a feeling like the dude was fragile, bro. He was scared of Tank from the beginning, bro. You can't be scared of a boxer, bro.
I think, well, everybody know that Tank is a powerful fighter in defense. You know what I mean? Tank hit hard. They called him Tank for a reason. You know what I mean? So,
Ronald. I'm gonna say this, Ronald. Go ahead, DJ. Go ahead.
Barrios was trying to get Tank out of there. Like, I don't know what it looked like on TV, but being live and at the venue, Barrios did a lot of swinging and missing. And those punches that he was throwing, he was sitting down on them. That's why he got tired later on in that fight. Because, excuse me, the punches that he was throwing, man, he had fight-ending intention. I don't think he came in there to lose. He came in there to prove a point that night. He was going to make his name off Tank Davis. But it became very evident, I want to say around the second or third round, Barrios is too slow for Tank.
And they knew that. They knew that.
He was too slow. He was too slow for Tank.
I had it 10-1, yo. People saying it was like
10-1 for who?
For who?
For fucking Tank. Tank won every round from the door, bro.
No,
I ain't gonna say that.
That's not true, bro. We was there. That's not true. Let me tell you this. All right. That fight changed. I'm gonna tell you when that fight changed. Was it the 6th round, DJ, when Barrios hit him with that straight right?
Yeah, I think around the 5th or 6th round when Barrios hit him with a straight right in the face, and it didn't hurt him.
Tank bounced off the ropes and came forward. And right then, Barrios knew, all right, I ain't got nothing for this dude.
Yo, you notice how you said the 6th round, right? What was happening in the first 5 rounds? What was happening in the first 5 rounds, though? Tank was filling them out.
The first 5 rounds, I'm telling you, Ronald, I was there. I'm telling you what I saw. No commentary. I'm telling you what I saw when I was there. The first 5 rounds, it was maybe 3-2 Barrios, because Barrios was outworking Tank, because Tank was just stalking, and Barrios was throwing jabs, hooks. He was missing a lot of right hands, but he was catching Tank with little shots, and he was outworking him. It was 3-2 Barrios up until the 6th round. Once he caught Tank flush with that right hand, and Tank bounced off the ropes and kept coming forward, The whole fight changed. That's when it changed.
Yeah, that's when. See, it's the same thing with the Santa Cruz fight. Everybody was pointing out that fight. It's like Tank realizes at a point. This is ring IQ. He ate Mario Barrios' best punch. It was like, oh, you can't hurt me. Oh, that's your ass now. Now I'm finna walk you down and get you out of here because I know that there's nothing that you can throw that's gonna hurt me now, even at 140. And I was telling people coming into this fight, Tank ain't got to cut weight. He is gonna be a gorilla in this fight. His power is gonna translate late. Like he does not have to cut weight. He's not gonna get tired. Now, he took round 9 off, to his credit. He took round 9 off because he spent round 8 trying to get him out of there. But everything Tank was throwing, he was cutting these angles, making Barrios miss. And everything he threw, every time Barrios threw a hook or an uppercut or even gave him some good body work, he was letting Barrios do that because he knew he couldn't hurt him. It was like, okay, I know where I need to be now. So when he threw that looping right hook in the 8th round and caught Barrios, he had been honing into that for at least the first 6, 7 rounds. It's like, okay, I know where my range at now. I know exactly where I need to be. And it's crazy how he just started smothering all his punches. There's nothing Barrios could do that could hurt him. But yeah, man, that camp said a long time ago, we're gonna move Tank how we want to move Tank. And it doesn't surprise me. Now, what I think should happen is Regis Prograis should pipe down a little bit. Pipe down. You ain't Josh Taylor, bro. You ain't the real dog at 140, as you say. Tank will beat you up too.
Hold on, DJ. Let's hold on that talk. Now, Regis Prograis is a different animal than Mario Barrios. So let's not automatically assume Tank gonna walk through Regis. I don't see that. Now, it ain't gonna be like this fight.
So are you saying Mario Barrios is better than Regis Prograis?
No, Coach, you misunderstand me.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm asking DJ because if he's saying
my bad.
DJ saying that Regis Prograis need to pipe down. Okay, I'll go with that narrative. He need to pipe down. So, Mario Barrios. Okay, Leonard Ellerby say Josh Taylor is pretty much nobody. Okay, cool. So Mario Barrios is the killer at 140. Tank got rid of the killer. So,
I'm not necessarily saying that Mario Barrios is the killer and he's the boogeyman and all this. I'm looking at Prograis, and to me, he's tailor-made for Tank.
Well, why did
because he starts fast. He starts fast, but he gasses out.
They should make that fight.
He'll come out and yes, they should absolutely make that fight. Ain't Prograis on BBC?
Yeah,
Then they say they're not doing nothing with in-house fights. Ain't Prograis on BBC?
Yeah, I think so.
See, they should definitely make that fight.
Yo, Coach, I want to say this one thing and I'm going to go back on mute. If anybody really think that fucking Barrios was in this fight from the beginning, come see me on UGC Flame channel. I'll tell you about it. And I'm going to go back on mute.
Okay. Yeah, again, I watched the Lomachenko fight, and Lomachenko stopped Buddy, and he started Nakatani in the 9th round. As soon as that fight was over, I went over and I think I went on Showbiz the adult channel because I wasn't paying no $75 for no pay-per-view for that fight. Ain't no way in here. I wasn't paying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't. If I didn't go, I wasn't either. You're right, Coach. I wasn't paying $75.
I ain't paying no $75. I'm not a Tank fan like that. I ain't paying that. You know, because I knew what it was. If I knew what it was off the rip. Now, when Tank's fight, if he fight Teofimo, so basically this is the problem I got, DJ. This is the problem I have.
Yes, sir.
I like Tank a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't like what Floyd. I got a problem with Leonard Ellerby because
yes, sir.
They talk to Tank like he's some kind of child. Now, the reason why the title of this video can seem like I'm going after Tank, but I'm not going after Tank at all. Tank is a phenomenal fighter. If we believe that Tank is the best out there, let's just say we believe that. He has fans that believe that he's the best fighter at 135, 140. Can't nobody beat him, right? Let's say we go with that narrative. He's the best thing in the history of the boxing at 135, 140. Why in the hell we can't get him to fight these other guys, at that division? If Mario Barrios can fight Tank, now I do get the narrative because Mario Barrios is a PBC fighter. Floyd let it be known that we ain't having no more outside fights. It's only gonna be inside fights. So that's the answer right there. I think Tank is good enough to fight Teofimo Lopez. I think Tank is good enough to fight.
He stops Teofimo. The Tank I saw Saturday, he stops Teofimo.
You know, and but this is the thing though. We'll never find out because Floyd Mayweather ain't gonna make that fight happen. We're gonna see fight like where does Tank go from here from a level standpoint? If Mario Barrios was the top dog at 140, and Leonard Ellerbe say Josh Taylor ain't nobody, but the man 18 fights, he undisputed at junior welterweight. So Leonard Ellerbe dismissed him. He dismissed Teofimo Lopez. He dismissed him. Like damn, you dismiss everybody.
Hold on, Coach. I got something to address. I got something to address, Coach. Mike 202. You know you my guy, man. I've been knowing you a long time. Do you actually believe that Tank Davis is better than Josh Taylor? I'll wait for your comment.
Yeah, I don't know. So Dr. Hook says he said Tank is putting more people in the seats than anyone else at 130, 135. And most okay, so I don't even need to read the rest of your comment. Dr. Hook. So that's it. It's about we gonna put the seats in and stuff like that. So now, this is the double standard, the hypocrisy, and the contradiction that I'm talking about as it relates to this particular show. You will say that, hey man, it's cool. Don't fight these other guys because he's putting seats in at 130, 135. But when it comes to fighters who are not your favorite fighter, who are not signed with the PBC, or fighters who you may not be too fond of, the narrative changes. This is the issue that I have. You see what I'm saying? Okay, if it's okay, if you're all right with Tank, and it's not Tank's fault, it's his handlers. Floyd Mayweather and them, you know, to me, they treat Tank like a boy. To me. They probably pay him well, but he can't speak for himself. Somebody ask him a question. He got to look over at Floyd like he is daddy. Floyd got to answer the question for him. We move Tank in a different direction. You know, I'm not going to make any other promotional company any money. You know, we have plenty of fighters that we can fight at 135 and 140 and at 130. You know, yada 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 yada. But if Crawford says some shit like that, y'all will be up in arms and call him a duck, top rank Toby, all this shit. If Errol Spence says something like that, y'all will probably give him a pass. I'm pointing out the double standards and the hypocrisy. That's what I'm pointing out, dog. Like, go ahead.
See, and this is the difference between that and other situations. You got to look. Rank got all the belts between 130 and 140.
Yeah.
They got all the belts, man. Besides Devin Haney, they got all the belts.
And at 147, PBC got all the belts except the WBO.
Right. And 154.
Right.
Coach,
go ahead.
Let's be honest right now, though. Terrence Crawford is not showing the boxing fans nothing right now. I'm starting to understand, like, what we mad about him. He don't understand, like, he has boxing fans in America. Why wouldn't you not talk to the people who actually respect you and know you cemented your legacy at 147? He can talk, bro.
Yeah, he can talk very well. Listen, I'm not arguing with that. I think he should become more vocal. I think he should speak out and become more vocal. But guess what? He ain't never been vocal. This my thing. Like, I totally agree with you. He should come out and become more vocal. I'm not capping for Crawford.
You asking the man, Ronald, to do something that's out of his character, out of his personality. He's not that type of guy. He don't do a lot of talking. He talks in the ring.
The nigga worth $8 million. So he made good money with Top Rank. It ain't like Bob Aaron raping him and ripping him off. He making good money with Top Rank, right? His contract up in October. Go ahead.
You know what, though? Terrence Crawford could actually have the East Coast Barclays Center. He could take over from Danny Garcia once the system opened back up. Like, he can actually make great fights in America on better soil than where he at. Like, meaning, it ain't about Vegas all the time. It's about, like, where the people going to come see you at. You see what I'm saying? Like,
okay. Bleeds King, I got something for you. You say, no, Coach, I don't agree.
Let me get that, Coach, before you get it. Go ahead. Okay. Bleeds King. Let me get that before you get it. So, Bleeds King, if you got money and you're a betting man, you're going to sit here on this chat and tell me you'll put money on Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, Kell Brook, Lamont Peterson. You'll put money on them over Crawford. Tell me you'll do that, and I'll leave you alone.
No, I'm gonna address this one. You say no, I don't agree, Coach. Spence been fighting legit fighters, but gets hate constantly for not fighting Crawford, Terrence Crawford. That's a fair argument. But Terrence fights fighters moving up for 140. This where you dead wrong at. I got you right here. See, this where you messed up at right here. We addressed this yesterday. Anybody, name one fighter that Terrence Crawford has fought that moved up from 140 since he been at 147. Everybody he has fought has been at welterweight when he got there.
That's a fact.
So that kills your narrative right there. And then you say Crawford constantly, he said he's moving up for 140 constantly, but seen better fights than Errol. Listen, Errol Spence has fought better competition at welterweight because all of the welterweight fighters are with the PBC, the ones with the big name. So again, it's just like what DJ said. Well, damn, Top Rank got all the fighters, all the champions at 130 and 135. Well, between 135 and 140.
And hold on, Coach. And this here, don't forget this. Just because Mean Machine don't have a name like those guys, just because Benavidez didn't have a name like those guys, does not mean they couldn't beat those guys. Because Danny Garcia, in my opinion, is not that good.
Here we go.
Sean
Here we go.
Porter is a decent fighter. He's not that good.
Hey, OG can't stand Danny Garcia, man.
DJ, hold on, man. I gotta be Bleeds Keem. I get what you're saying. He's saying I never said that. You missed my point, Shelton. Tell me who Terrence Crawford record that's better than anyone era resume. Well, shit. Danny Garcia ain't no hell of a fighter, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Listen. Hold on. Hey, hold on, DJ. Check this out, bro. Check this out. Sheldon is the one that put me up on how irrelevant Danny Garcia is. Guess what? Name one fighter at welterweight who Danny Garcia beat.
Name one. Now, besides that, every time Sean Porter stepped up in a big fight at 147, Bleeds King, tell me what happened.
No, we talking about Danny Garcia. We talking about Danny Garcia. We talking about Danny Garcia. No. Listen. So hell, I could say Mean Machine better than Danny Garcia. I could say Kell Brook better than Danny Garcia. You see what I'm saying? I can say that because Danny Garcia has lost to every step. Listen, Errol Spence even said it. He said, "Man, you lost all your step-up fights." Errol Spence told him in his face. He said, "Man, Danny Garcia has lost every step-up fight he's had. He stepped up before Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman beat him. He stepped up before Sean Porter. Sean Porter beat him. He stepped up before Errol Spence. Errol Spence beat the man for 13 rounds, and they only had 12. They only had a 12-round fight."
Oh man!
So Danny Garcia,
who did you say was Danny Garcia? It was somebody you said was
Luke Campbell was a 135 version of Danny Garcia.
Hey, listen. Hey, the dude with Puerto Rican.
Bleeds King, since you said I didn't answer your question, I'm gonna answer. Green Machine is better than Porter and fucking Garcia. Now,
hold on now, Sheldon. Hold on now. I give you Danny Garcia, but Sean Porter is a dog, man.
I give you Danny Garcia.
Listen to me.
It's clear. It's clear. Listen, it's clear that Danny Garcia. It's clear that Danny Garcia was better at junior welterweight. He was better at junior welterweight. He shouldn't have. But
listen to me.
The man was a champion in his weight class. He was a champion, even though he gave the belt away. The man had the belt. Even though the man gave the belt away, he had the belt.
Who was 200 years old. He beat Robert the Ghost Guerrero, who was 200 years old.
He beat the Ghost. Okay.
So look. DJ, listen to me clearly.
He beat the Ghost, DJ.
DJ, listen to me clearly. Kavaliauskas will beat Danny Garcia and Porter, and I got money on it.
Hey, listen. Check this out, though. Hey, DJ, check this out. This is the only problem with this, right?
Hold on, come on, DJ. Porter went tooth and nail with what's that motherfucker's name? What's his name?
He just fought a white boy not too long ago. Fortuna? No, hold on. I'm finna find out who he fought.
What's that fool's name?
Formella.
He just went tooth and nail with Formella. Come on, man.
And he went, and arguably, some people say, now I thought he won the fight. I thought he beat him. But arguably, a lot of people say Ugas beat Shawn Porter.
Oh man, Ugas beat him, man. DJ, come on, man. DJ, come on, man. Listen, DJ.
He went tooth and nail with Formella, man. Come on now. He lost stock with me.
He knocked Shawn Porter down, and the referee talking about he wasn't a knock. I ain't talking about the first one. I'm talking about the second one. It was a clean knockdown. Referee, it wasn't a knockdown. Man, Ugas got robbed, man. Man, come on, man.
Okay.
Hey, listen now.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hey, Mike 202. Mike 202. You got way more confidence in Shawn Porter than I do, bro. Shawn Porter is not that good. He is not that good.
Hey, salute to Kurt. Salute to Kurt Anderson, man. Kurt in the building. Shout out to my main man, Martin Ass. Salute to you too, fam. Y'all please go subscribe to Martin Ass.
Yes, sir.
Listen. Hey, listen, DJ. No, I know you got to go, but listen. Danny,
no. I'm here, man. I ain't got nothing to do.
I'm not jumping on Shawn Porter. You know what I mean? Shawn Porter fight. He only beat one guy. One top guy, which was I can't even say he's a top guy because Danny. Sean is the one who put me up on Danny Garcia. I thought Danny Garcia was a bad boy too until Sean asked me a question. He said, "Who is Danny Garcia beat at 147?" And I thought about Keith Thurman. And I said, damn, he did lose to Keith Thurman. I thought about Shawn Porter. I said, he lost Shawn Porter. And then Errol Spence beat the brakes off of him. If those are the three top guys in the welterweight division outside of Crawford, I'm like, well, he ain't beat none of the top guys. And then I said, well, who he beat? And he beat Robert the Ghost. He beat a dude that Floyd beat, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, something like that? Robert the Ghost. I'm like, damn, he ain't Shawn Porter. I mean, Danny Garcia is trash. I mean, I ain't
now, here's my thing. This is because you got to look at when you're talking to me. This is how I judge fighters. I judge fighters on two criteria: who they fought and who they beat.
Hey, Mike,
who they fought, who they beat. Oh, Mike, yeah, I got you, Mike. Don't trip. I'm gonna hit you up. You got me. You got me on tape. But I'm gonna get my money back. I'm gonna get my money back.
See, Sheldon, now this is why you can't do that. This is why you can't do that, man, because you look at a guy, just for example, you look at Teofimo Lopez. He beat Nakatani, he beat Lomachenko, and he beat Comey, right? Would you today say that Teofimo Lopez is better than Devin Haney?
No.
Even though you look at who he's fought and who he's beat.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna say that because he ain't fought Devin Haney yet. Different styles for different fights.
Yeah, you're right about that. But this is what we do.
I look at skill set, and we listen to Tay Jones tell us fighters know other fighters, and the top two guys who he named at that time.
I've been telling you that before Tay said it Saturday. But fighters know.
It was before that. It was two fighters who he said nobody want to really see. They act like they want to fight him, but it's two fighters that he named that nobody really want to fight. And he said that's Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. It's like everybody act like they want to fight him, but don't nobody really want to fight Tank and Shakur because they know. But this is what I'm saying. The only name, quote unquote, that Devin Haney has on his resume is Jorge Linares. So this is why you can't go by who they fought and who they beat. I look at skill set and I look at why can't this man get a fight? If he's such a bum, why can't this man get a fight? Why is it so hard for him to get a fight if he's such easy work?
You answered your own question. You answered your own question, DJ. The business of boxing.
Right.
You can't tell me. You cannot sit here and tell me that Errol Spence had to fight those PBC guys before he fought Crawford if he wanted the belt. Last time I checked, Crawford got a belt. So it don't matter what belt you get first, as long as you get them. Am I right or wrong?
Nah, but
right. But then I also heard Errol say, I spoke to Crawford 3 times and we didn't know nothing about making no fight.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And you got to equate, like Coach says all the time. Now, Coach he checks me on this all the time. You got to equate Arum and Al Heyman in the mix because the fighters can't make a fight. Am I right, Coach? The promoters make the fight.
Listen, hey, DJ, and this is my problem. Like, another question I had, DJ, I'm glad you on. Does the promoter work for the fighter or does the fighter work for the promoter?
We know how it should be. Technically, the promoter works for the fighter. But if that were true, you wouldn't have this situation with Tio. How after because this is how we got in this situation with Tio right now. After Teofimo beat Lomachenko, Bob wanted that immediate rematch. Teofimo said no, he didn't want to give me a rematch clause in the contract because he thought he was gonna beat me.
Right.
So no, he's not getting a rematch. That's what started all the friction between Tio and Bob. And then Tio tried to go off and make his own deal over here. Now look at you.
Yeah. And
now you had to come back to me. I gave you more money, but if these pay-per-views don't sell, I'm putting you on the glass right now. If the pay-per-views don't sell, you belong to me because ain't nobody else gonna sign you.
DJ, this is what I'm saying. So you understand the business aspect of it. This is what I'm saying. I understand the argument about Crawford or Tank or whoever the case may be. But remember Mikey Garcia. When people tell me, oh man, he should just leave. Bro, Mikey Garcia tried that. His ass got sued by Bob Arum. He couldn't fight for 2 years, and he lost the lawsuit and had to pay Bob Arum. When you have a contract with a promoter, you cannot break the contract because fans say you should just leave. It's not that simple. And then when you say, oh man, he should have bought the contract out. How do you know he was able to buy the contract out? Well, Floyd did it. Listen, Floyd was able to buy that contract out because Bob Arum agreed and allowed to let him buy that contract out. If Bob Arum said, no, you can't buy no contract out, you're going to stay in the contract, you're going to fulfill that contract, guess what? Floyd wouldn't be able to buy himself out of that contract. I remember that situation like it was yesterday because Bob Arum was telling everybody, Floyd can't sell. Y'all know you got to remember this, DJ. But once upon a time, Floyd Mayweather couldn't sell worth shit. Floyd Mayweather wasn't putting a lot of seats in the arm. He wasn't selling. Bob Arum wasn't talking about he's not a big star. You know, ain't nobody really, he can't be no headliner. Floyd took off after when he bought his contract out. Bob agreed to let him go because Bob said he was losing money. The same shit he said about Crawford. Yeah, I'm losing money. Right. I can't make no money on this kid. Bob, I think Floyd, I think he's with Jay Prince or something like that. Well, no, it was after that. Bob agreed to let Floyd buy his contract out. Bob did not think that Floyd was going to do what he did. As we know, Floyd took off. When he fought Oscar De La Hoya, he took off from there. And that's when he became Money Made. It was the same situation. So Bob didn't make that mistake again. He's not going to let no fighter buy himself out of no contract like he did with Floyd. So when people say, well, he should have bought himself out of the contract, how do you know he was able to do that? In order for me and you to know that, DJ, we would have to be right there in our office and know what the business was like. We don't know that. We just on the outside looking in as fans saying what he should have did, this should have did that. Man, goddamn, man, come on, man. The man worth $8 million.
Dr. Hook, get off of that. Danny was never good. He was great at 140.
he got to stick.
He was great at 140.
Man. He got so much.
No, I'm telling the truth. Tell me I'm lying, DJ. He was great at 140. When he came up to 147, he didn't do anything. He lost to everyone. The welterweight division takes turns whooping Danny Garcia's ass.
And he killed me when he said that. Hey, DJ, he killed me when he said that. The welterweight division take turns whooping Danny Garcia. Hey, listen, man. Why you so hard on Danny Garcia, though, man? Hey,
he can't stand Danny Garcia, man.
No, it's not Danny Garcia. It's not Danny Garcia. It's these Spence fans that want to say that Spence has fought all of these Hall of Fame fighters. Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. The only way they get into the Hall of Fame is if they buy a ticket at the door.
Hold on. Sean Porter is a 2-time champion, bro. He getting in. If Rocky in the Hall of Fame, a 2-time champion go get in.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Danny Garcia, despite how you look at it, they gonna look at his resume, and he is gonna be a unified champion at junior welterweight, and he's gonna be a welterweight champion.
DJ, because if Simon Brown is not in, he's a 3-time champion. Sean Porter ain't getting in, and Simon Brown was a way better fighter than Sean Porter. Simon Brown was a way better fighter than Sean Porter, and he's not in.
Now, I don't know about the Hall of Fame. Now, I agree with you on that, Sheldon. If Simon Brown ain't getting in, ain't no way in hell Danny Garcia should get in before Simon Brown. So, you know how I am about my old school fighter, Sheldon. I'm with you on that. But, Sheldon, man, you don't like Danny Garcia.
This is for the life of me. For the life of me, this is why I don't understand. You see a pattern here, right?
Yeah.
For the life of me, this is why I hope Shakur Stevenson is watching. He's watching how everything is going on, because for the life of me, I can't understand why a young fighter would want to sign with Bob Arum. Oscar De La Hoya left him. Cotto left him. Mikey Garcia left him. Floyd left him.
Right.
Pacquiao left him.
Right.
They all left, got more money and bigger fights. So I don't know why anybody would want to stay with Bob Arum. Shakur Stevenson, if you're listening, or if anybody on your team is listening, if in the next two, I don't know how long he's locked in with Bob Arum, how many fights he's got or how many years he's got left with Bob Arum. But in the next 2 fights, if you don't get Oscar Valdez, who you've been chasing since 126, if you don't get him, when your contract is up, leave. Bob is not going to give you that fight.
Now, DJ, I will say this. I agree. I totally agree with you on that. Bob Arum has a history of this. Bob Arum, Top Rank Promotions is a good company to start out with. They will build you up. But at some point in time, when the fighter reaches a certain level, they shit on their fighters, and they fighters have to end up leaving. Hell, what's the Puerto Rican fighter Cotto? Miguel Cotto left. You know what I mean? So it happens. I totally agree with you on that. When you reach a certain point in your career, it's time to leave. So
leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
When your contract is up, leave.
Yeah.
He ain't got no super middleweights over there for you. Leave.
Listen, King KO said, yeah, that's Cap. Pacquiao, he got all the big fights with Arum. Yeah, listen,
man, he got Marquez and Tim Bradley, bro. Like, come on, man.
No. You know what? No. Pacquiao had a whole. You remember, Pacquiao had a whole lot of fights with Arum, though. He got a point on that. But Pacquiao, he fought Cotto's. He fought
DJ, you can't argue that point now.
He fought Shane Mosley. Yeah, Pacquiao fought everybody on the Top Rank.
Yeah, you can't
he fought
argue
everybody.
that, DJ. Your argument don't work there.
Okay.
Yeah, Pacquiao.
Everybody else.
No, but even Floyd though. Floyd fought a whole lot. Remember, he was Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd was fighting everybody, but he didn't fight Paul Williams. But then Paul Williams ended up getting in an accident. He didn't fight Sugar Shane Mosley back when he wanted to fight. I'm about to say he didn't fight
Shane Mosley. To me, that's one of the biggest fights growing up that I really wanted to see that we never got. I always wanted Pretty Boy Floyd, Sugar Shane Mosley to fight at 135. Man, that would have been a great fight.
And one more thing. Salute and big up to Paul Williams, man. One of the nicest guys. I met him Saturday. Great guy, man. Paul the Punisher Williams. Great fighter, great guy.
Yeah, you say he was there, right?
Shout out to Jerron Boots Ennis, man. Sheldon, I couldn't believe how big he was, man. Was you with us at that time?
Yeah, that's a big dude, man.
I could not believe how big Boots Ennis is, man.
That dude makes 147, coach. For the light,
bro. I have no clue how he makes 147. Yeah, he was at least 180 pounds Saturday, at least.
You know what, man? You know what? That's another thing. I ain't saying this about Boots. I'm not saying this about Boots or nobody, guys, because I don't have any proof of anything. How are these guys that big making that weight? Like you really got to start.
And he's making it comfortably, man. Yeah. I don't understand. It's like, because I stood next to him and Sheldon, he's almost my height.
You know, so and he's athletic. And he's athletic as well.
Yeah, and DJ, you a big dude. And Boots is a big dude.
Boots is almost my height. I was looking at him, I was like, yo, well, you made 147?
Yeah, I think Jesus, man. I think and remember, I think we talked about this a while ago. I was like, man, you know what? That boy Boots gonna be a problem. Like, if I'm Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, you don't fight that guy. You know what I mean?
If I do fight him, coach, I fight him now.
Right.
What have I been saying? What have I been saying? What have I been saying about?
Yeah. Don't wait.
I've been trying to ever since Boots beat Lipinets. I was like, Crawford better go get Boots right now before he gets better. Because as the great Marvin Hagler said, the longer you make me wait, the worse it's going to be on you. And that kid is getting better. That kid is getting better and better and better every time he steps out. He has 27 fights. This one aggravates me when people say, oh, he not ready. The man has 27 fights. You know who else got 27 fights?
Errol Spence.
The Truth.
Errol Spence. So you got the same many fights.
Let's not do Boots. Now, it seems like he's not in Errol's plans because Errol's got 2 more fights at 47. 47 is killing Errol right now. So he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he said he's got 1 more fight after Manny Pacquiao at 47.
Yeah, he said he's going to try to make the Crawford fight. If he can't make that,
he said he's going to try to make the Crawford fight. If he can't make the Crawford fight, then he going up to 54. He don't care if Mel's still there or not. He moving up to 54.
but this is the thing, though.
Hey, and look, let me say this about Boots. That dude is solid too, Coach. He's solid. Fat. That dude is cut. He's solid. I shook his hand. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah. Listen, Boost one of my favorite fighters at welter. I'm like, dude, y'all listen. Sean Porter said he don't want no. Listen, go to the Porterweight podcast. Look this video up. They were talking about Boost Ennis. He said, I don't want no parts of Boost Ennis, that dude. He said the only way he'll fight that guy unless he have to. And Sean Porter is honest when he said it. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you jumping out.
Keith Thurman won't even acknowledge him. Keith Thurman won't even acknowledge him.
Keith Thurman didn't even acknowledge Crawford.
Kurt, you absolutely right. They don't want no parts of Boots. They want no parts of that dude.
Hell, Ortiz, they said, I think Oscar De La Hoya said that, they're gonna wait some years before him and Boots fight. I said, Boots will stop. Because in my opinion, my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think that Ortiz's style of fighting, he fights like a typical Mexican fighter. His trainer is Robert Garcia. All his fighters fight damn near the same way. They flat-footed, they're gonna come forward, they're gonna throw a lot of punches, try to get you know what I mean? That's how Robert Garcia fighters fight. I think Mikey might be a little slicker, but that's it. You know what I mean? But his style, in my opinion, to be tailor-made for Boots. In my opinion.
Hey, Coach, let me give you another piece of game, Coach. Now, DJ, you can attest to this. I have no idea how Erickson Lubin makes 54. I do not know how that kid makes 54. That's a big kid.
I mean, he ain't necessarily tall, but he's wide. He's rangy, man. He's a thick kid, man. I was like, he had 54. I was like, no. He fighting at 68. Yeah. When we saw him Saturday headed to the arena, I was like, oh, that kid's at least 168, 170 right now, at least.
And here's a fact, Coach, that's gonna really mess you up. Rosario is bigger than him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, man. I couldn't believe these guys were at 54 after they done rehydrated and everything. I was like, they weighted 154 pounds yesterday. It's like, Jesus, man, that rehydration is something else.
Yeah, man. They lose a lot of that water weight. They drain all the water from their muscles and stuff, and they shrink down, and it make you be hungry as hell. Like, I think the last week when they're trying to make weight, they literally eat like lettuce. I'm not joking, bro. Like, I was watching Sean Porter one day, right, when he was getting ready. This right before he fought Errol Spence, and they just showed him eating lettuce like all throughout that week. He just eat a bowl of lettuce, little tomatoes, stuff like that, and you see his face was you can see the skeleton in his face and stuff like that. It's like they're really shrinking themselves down. Yeah. MMA Sports say Boots is on the PBC side, I guess the wrong side of the street for Crawford, but he's on the same side of the street as Errol Spence.
No, but Boots ain't signed the PBC side. Hold on.
Boots ain't signed the PBC.
Not on the PBC side. Boots has his own promoter, and he has a deal with Showtime. Boots is not tied to the PBC.
Yeah, Boots just got an exclusive deal with Showtime. He is not signed to PBC.
Okay, good. I'm glad y'all cleared that up because I didn't know. I thought he was over there too.
And Shelton, I was looking around to see if you were still there, but I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I know they got some things working behind it. But thanks to Tay Jones and thanks to Kyle, I was able to talk to King Kong Ortiz's people who was standing there.
Yeah. I saw that.
It is crazy, man. It is almost criminal how hard it is to get this man to fight and what they doing to him in the sport.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Like, he's with the PBC, right? They got a plethora of fighters he can fight at the PBC, right?
But Coach, Let me clear something
Listen,
up.
like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's hard to get this man a fight, and it's not his fault.
Okay.
I've been shitting on King Kong too. You know that, Coach. I've been shitting on King Kong Ortiz. But I talked to them people, just like DJ said, we talked to them people. It's not him. It's not him.
It's really not him, man.
We talked to Samson, Lenard's promoter, Rosario's promoter. He got a lot of fighters. And Samson was saying, echoing this point. He said, yeah, it's not him. It's not him.
Okay, so why Al Haymon can't get him no fights?
He doesn't want to.
So, you know,
Sheldon, we really, it's a lot of things that, you know, they got going on, and I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to speak on, but
right.
It's other higher ranked fighters in this sport that, you know, God, I don't want to say too much.
But
no,
you can't. No, you can't. No,
don't say that. Don't say that. But I can read it between. I can read it between the lines. Don't say that. Don't. We good. Yeah. But for whatever the reason, we'll just say for whatever the reason may be, King Kong can't get certain fights.
He can't get a fight, man. He can't get a fight.
You know, and it's certain fighters. It's certain fighters that's in that category, and it's certain fighters that can get fights like it ain't nothing. We know Errol gets fights at will. We know Wilder get fights at will. Tank can get fights at will. I think the Charlos, they get fights at will. It's just certain fighters, they're always going to be able to get fights, and there's certain fighters that's not going to be able to get fights. You know what I mean? At least the fights that the fans want to see anyways, you know?
Errol can get whatever fight he wants, man. He just got to push for it. Because if you listen to him in that interview with Fred, he was like, I told Fred I wanted that Pacquiao. I mean, not Fred, but I told Al I wanted that Pacquiao fight. He made it happen.
Right. You're right. That's exactly what happened. Let's get back to the topic, though, Coach. I believe that Tank should keep going with Floyd and do what he's doing right now. Mm-hmm. Until somebody moves up to 40, or if Mayweather will allow him to take the Pro Grace fight or the Josh Taylor fight. Because I'm telling you guys, the Pro Grace fight and the Josh Taylor fight, Mayweather and Ellaby are standing in the way of that. It's not Tank.
That's not Tank at all.
Tank wants to fight.
Yeah,
but he has to fight who they tell him to fight.
And this is my whole argument. I'm like, we all know that Tank is a phenomenal fighter. We know that he is up there with whoever you think the best fighter is at 135 and 140 or 130 between 140. Tank is right there with them. Some may say he's even better. Some may say he's the best fighter between 130 and 140. The only problem with that is we'll never know because, you know, like the way we grew up, how do we know this fighter was the best? Because how we know Hagler was better than Hearns? They fought each other. How we know Hagler was better than, you know, a whole bunch of other goddamn fighters? They fought
Duran. They fought each other.
You know how we knew Duran? You know, Duran and Sugar Ray had 2 fights. They split. How we knew? People may say, what's the brother name? Iran Barkley. Before he fought Roberto Duran, they said, man, Roberto Duran gonna get killed by Ivan Barkley. Remember that? He was gonna get killed. Barkley was a monster, and
Barkley got stopped.
And guess what? Roberto Duran, we started him in like the 10th or 11th, something like that.
Just 11th round.
It was an upset. So
Davey Moore was supposed to stop Duran, wasn't he?
Yeah. Listen, the only way we're gonna know
when you fight.
When they fight. You know, it shouldn't be up to us fans to say, oh man, just he ain't gonna beat him. We don't even know. They won't fight each other. And that's the problem I have because of the handlers. In my opinion, it's just my opinion, guys. This is not the views of anyone that's on this panel, so I don't want nobody to get mad at DJ. Don't get mad at Shelton. In my opinion, I feel like Floyd treats Tank like a boy. You got to talk for him. I answer that question. You know, this how we move a Tank in this direction. You can't say, well, this fighter need to take control of his career and get away from this promotional company. But then when it comes to Tank, it's something totally different. And that's all I'm pointing out. And I'm not bagging on Tank. Tank is a phenomenal fighter. I believe he can beat any one of those top guys. But he also can get beat by those top guys as well. And, you know, as we know, it ain't no guarantee that shit. If it was a guarantee, if we felt like it was a guarantee that this fighter will beat that fighter, then they don't need to fight each other. Then shit, we just gonna give you the W, get that fighter the L. Y'all don't need to fight each other because I feel like you're gonna lose to him anyway. So I'm just gonna give him the W, give you the L, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And to Shane, we know that Duran fought Leonard in '89, but nobody gave a shit about that fight. They was both past it.
Yeah, they were both fast by then. Yeah, but they fought 3 times.
But I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna hop off, fellas. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna hop off. And this is just still my theory. I believe they moved Tank up because, in my opinion, Josh Taylor got one more fight at 140. He's got one more fight. When he drops all them belts, it's gonna be a mad dash feeding frenzy for all them belts.
Yeah.
Tank probably gonna get elevated or fight for the vacant belt since he's the regular champion. So he'll already have a belt. So T.O., Devin, who else is? I mean, you got Gary Antoine Russell. You got Prograde. You'll have. I'm telling you now. What's his name? Ramirez. Tank will beat Ramirez too.
Jose Ramirez. Yeah, his style of fight.
Yeah, he'll beat Ramirez. Ramirez gonna walk. Ramirez gonna walk right into punches.
Yeah. We saw that with Josh Taylor. We saw that with Josh Taylor.
And Prograde gasses out late in fight, so they tailor made for Tank. He'll beat them too. But I believe it's going to be a mad dash for them belts after Josh Taylor moves up. Man already want to move up, but I think he's going to take one mandatory and then he's going to move up and try to fight Bud.
But listen, I'm listen. But from everything I'm hearing, 1,000%. I know you have to go. Bud leaving in October through hell or high water. Now I can't tell you where.
That's inside, DJ. That's inside information, so we're gonna keep that to ourselves because they said don't say nothing about it. But he's out of there, bro.
Right. You know, so irregardless of what other people saying, he may, no, man, bro, they feel some type of way. So that's all I can say about it. But he's going in October.
Well as they should, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed talking to you fellas. I'm gonna fall back, man. I'm gotta get up and start making some moves out here. I'll still be listening. I'll hop back in the chat. But OG Shelton, you know what it is, Coach Malachi. Thanks for having me on once again. I enjoyed talking this talk with y'all, man.
All right,
have a good day, DJ. You know I see you tonight, brother.
Hey,
All
salute,
right, brother. Y'all take it easy.
All right, salute the DJ. Salute the DJ, man. Dr. Hook, what you say, fam? You say Bud's contract will end this year, so why we just can't wait and see what he does instead of speculating? I totally agree with that. But I got inside information. You know what I mean? Now, of course, we'll find out, but I totally agree with that. But, but there's a lot of people out there making content, not saying the total opposite of what you're saying, is what I'm saying. But I totally agree with you, Dr. Hook, on that. I totally agree with you on that. You know what I mean?
Let me holler at Dim Boy Torres. Dim Boy Torres, let me tell you something. It wasn't nothing suspect about them knockdowns. I was there at the fight. Tank hit him hard, man. Tank, my whole opinion after that fight has changed on Tank Davis. Tank Davis can fight, man. He can fight. He's a problem for anyone in his division that he fights.
Bruce Goes, what you say? What kind of protein you drinking? Currently, right now, I'm not drinking any protein. I do have some over there. I got a lot of stuff. I do have some over there, but I haven't been taking any. I need to start taking some protein though. I really do. Protein shakes really good for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I got to start by taking some. Right. Currently, I haven't taken any. I haven't had any protein shakes in I want to say like 4 or 5 months now.
Johnny Blaze. Yeah. Johnny Blaze, you're right. The Zone felt the heat and they told Triple G, you are not fighting Murata. You are fighting this guy.
Right.
We have paid you our money. This is who you're fighting.
Hey, look at Jabril Bey. Look what he said. Hey, man, let me know. As a matter of fact, let's hit the Ali bell for that, man. Jabril Bey, you hit the nail right on the head. You said, how do we know Sugar Ray Robinson was better than Kid Galvin at welterweight? They fought each other in 1948 and 49. Sugar Ray built an incomparable legacy. Absolutely. And you know Sugar Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter. As a matter of fact, hold on, Sheldon. Do I got Sugar Ray? Damn, my Sugar Ray post ain't came yet. But let me show you this, Sheldon. Sheldon, let me show you.
Yeah, let me see that. Let me see that, Coach.
All this going on the wall, y'all. Bam.
Ooh, that's
right.
our mic.
That's right.
Everyone
right
has a plan until they get hit.
Okay, that's that. Now you guys know you guys know I was a fanboy of Mike Tyson. I am a self-proclaimed proud fanboy. I make no bones about that. Right? I'm finna show you somebody else though. Check this out, Shel.
That's the marvelous one.
The marvelous one. Y'all can see the ring.
In my opinion, second greatest middleweight ever. I have to give the nod to Monzon, but it's interchangeable. Both of them were great. The best I ever saw.
Hey, shout out to Bo. So all this going up on the wall, guys. This is my favorite middleweight fight of all time. Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Fanboy Marvelous Hagler. Okay, hold on. I ain't finished though. I'm not finished though. Ta-da. Hold on. Let me get
Sweet Pea, greatest lightweight. One of the greatest lightweights is a toss-up. At lightweight between him and Duran, it's a toss-up.
Pernell Whitaker. Sweet Pea. Oh, hold on. I ain't finished yet. I think his trainer was what? Georgie Benton? I ain't finished yet.
The great Georgie Benton, yes.
The great Georgie Benton.
Georgie Benton.
You see what I'm saying? He got 3 belts wrapped around here. I think that's the top of the Ring magazine. He got, it wasn't none of that other side of the street shit that's going on right now. Wasn't no other side of the street. None of that. Hold on. Got another one right here. I got another one right here. Another guy.
Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr.
You see what I'm saying? All this going up on the wall. All this going up on the wall in the office right here, man. So you know what I mean? I got Roberto Duran coming. I got Hearns coming. I have Frazier coming. I got Sugar Ray Robinson coming. My favorite fighter. I'm just saying though. You know what I mean?
Mexican supremacists. No. Monzon and Hagler are the 2 greatest middleweights that I've seen. I think that they're interchangeable. Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest fighter, period. And I'm a Muhammad Ali fanboy. Coach will tell you that. I believe Ali beats Godzilla and King Kong in the same night. But nobody was better than Sugar Ray Robinson at any weight. Nobody.
Hey, check this out. Who Muhammad Ali's favorite fighter was?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
So that tell you everything you need to know right there. That tell you everything you need to know. That's how bad Ray Robinson was. You see what I'm saying? Literally, Ray Robinson was that guy. He was that guy. You see what I'm saying? So,
hey, Coach.
Oh, what's going on, fam?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? Hey,
sorry about that, Bo. We went on a tangent, bro. Sorry about that.
I feel y'all, man. Nah, but what do y'all think about Malik Scott talking about that Mike Tyson quote is not true?
About
what quote was that?
What quote?
The one on your picture. What does that quote say?
Oh yeah, you talking about the one I had where he said Muhammad Deontay Wilder's 10 times Deontay Wilder's 10 times.
No. I'm talking about your Mike Tyson, right? You know that quote?
Oh, he said everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, according to Malik Scott, that ain't true.
Mike Tyson did say that.
No, according to Malik Scott, that quote ain't true.
Oh man, listen, bro. Once Malik Scott said that Wilder was 10 times better inside the ring than Muhammad Ali, and he fought 10 times as many battles than Muhammad Ali outside the ring, that nigga lost all credibility to me.
Yeah, whatever he says is bullshit. So we don't even pay that dude no attention.
Malik Scott is a glorified hype man. I like him though.
Hey, I like your wall, but when you talk about walls though, man,
oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm getting there.
Stop bragging, Kyle.
Hey, I'm getting there. Hey, Kyle, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You just got home, Kyle. Stop bragging. You just got home.
Hey, Kyle, I'm getting there. Just give me a minute. I got a whole bunch of stuff coming. Hey, I'm glad y'all enjoyed the fight though. Glad y'all had y'all enjoyed the fight.
Hey, listen. To your point earlier, right?
Yo, what's good, Kyle?
Hey, what's going on, big dog?
What's good?
What's up, Ron?
Yo, Kyle.
Hey.
Yo, dog, congratulations going to the Atlanta fights, man. I appreciate you. I heard you talking earlier on the channel, on UDC Playing Channel. Respect, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, we as boxing fans, we support these boxers, and I see the right people that support sport totally, and I respect you, bro.
For sure.
I hope you
I
came
ain't
across
fucking with him.
right.
I ain't fucking with him. Fuck him. But everything else is cool. You know what I'm saying? The more I think about it, Sheldon, the more I think about it, the more pissed off I've gotten about that situation. I was almost past it that night, but then I thought about it some more. I said, man, nah, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? He could have gave me
that LB shit. Yeah, he's a piece of shit for that. Yeah, I'll never let him live that down. He's a piece of shit. When you go shun the brother man and talk to the other man, I'm done with you.
Yeah, he the more I think about it, the more pissed off I've gotten. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened. Yeah, that's what you.
Yeah. You go shun the brother man and talk to the other man. So I'm cool on it.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened?
Nah, it was just something that happened that Leonard Ellaby did at the fight. I don't know if they're gonna discuss it online.
Yeah, no, we can discuss it. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, he talk all this black power shit. I'm for my people. So I come to I'm at the weigh-in. I'm interviewing people or whatnot.
Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead for a minute.
Yeah, I'm interviewing people, and then so I'm down below and he on the stage. So I asked him, I say, hey man, you got like 45 seconds so I can interview you? He goes, brother, I'm about to head out, man. I'm hungry. I'm about to head out right now. Nigga stayed about 30 minutes to an hour, right? Did an interview with somebody else for like, I want to say 10, 15, 20 minutes. Damn near 30 if I'm over exaggerating a little bit. And then because I was still there. So I go on stage with Boots because I'm cool with Jerron Ennis and his family, whatever. So I go up on the stage with them. We taking pictures and whatnot. I'm just looking at this dude like, man, this nigga fucking clown. You know what I mean? And so Mark Nash, my boy I Am Will, and DJ, they said that I was overreacting to the situation. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I think he tried to young boy me to death. And then, so then last night, man, I talked to my boy Fred and my boy DB, man. They was like, nah, you weren't overreacting, nigga. He was wrong for that shit. Because it's like, I just wanted 45 seconds. You know what I'm saying? I would have just respected the note more than that. They'd be like, nah, not right now, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interviewing. I'm only interviewing with certain people, whatever. I don't know, something. But don't say you're about to leave and then you still there because you think I'm about to go. You know what I mean? I just think it was just weak, man. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of got me out of the whole like wanting to interview niggas at the fights, like walking up on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That I just can't do it, man. It's got to be organic. But he could have for sure could have given me that 45 seconds.
Because here's a question I got. So when he shunned you off, who did he go to next to give an interview?
He didn't go nowhere. But so what happened was he was still there, and then the dude that just beat Jared Hurd, I don't know why, Luis, I can't think of his last name, dude.
Arias.
Was doing an interview, and then he slid into that same interview and joined in with him. But he claimed he was gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? He claimed that he was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But see, Kyle, this is the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Leonard Ellaby at all. I don't like him at all. I like Tank. I love Tank Davis. I don't have any animosity towards Floyd at all. I don't like how he's trying to. I feel like they're handling Tank I think Tank beats a lot of these top guys. I want to see Tank fight these guys because I think he can beat them. You know what I mean? But what Leonard did to you was some straight BS. We, the boxing content creators on YouTube, we are the one keeping these fighters relevant. Because when you watch mainstream media, they're not talking about Tank Davis like that. They're not talking about Wilder. They're not talking about Errol Spence like that. Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, whoever. We talk about these fighters every damn day. We keep these fighters relevant. And Leonard Ellaby knows this. So for him to shun you or slight you in any way, all you ask for 45 seconds? Oh, nigga, your time that precious, you can't give a man 45 seconds? Like literally. You know, so I feel you. And and when you get around these niggas, what they say in LA on LA show, they want to act all Hollywood on you.
Yeah, they're gonna get Hollywood. But
Yeah.
Karma, you're absolutely right, Karma. He doesn't owe Kyle his time. He doesn't. But he didn't have to lie about it. Not to say I'm finna go eat right now and then stay another 30 minutes talking to the other guy. He could just say I don't want to do the interview.
This is the problem with black folks. See, we owe each other. That's the problem with us, man. That's the problem with us as a community. We owe each other. That's the problem with us. We're the only group of people that don't think we owe each other. Nigga, we owe each other everything. That's the problem with us, man. We owe each other everything. That's the problem with the black community as a whole. We don't think we owe each other shit. We owe each other everything. That's why Mexicans get to the next level. That's why Asians have gotten to the next level. We're the only people in the same fucking boat because we don't think we owe each other shit. That's the problem with us. We don't owe each other. That's the problem. We owe each other everything. You know what I'm saying? If I see Coach Malachi need an interview with somebody, and I got the opportunity to get him that interview, it's my job, it's my duty to put him on. See, black folks, we so fucking selfish. We think everything is for us and we can't share it because there ain't enough out there. I'm gonna give y'all a story yesterday. I was stuck in the airport since 11 a.m. to like damn near, I want to say 8 o'clock. Show can attest to this, right? So what happened was these dudes they had to be at a job, right? And they wasn't familiar with California and how far LA and Bakersfield was from each other, right? So I had a chance to be on the plane and to get to LA, no problems, right? But you know what I did? I felt like I owed these brothers something. So I told them, I said, hey man, listen, Bakersfield is only like 2.5 hours, if that, from LA. Y'all can get a rental car and just drive up there. Y'all be straight. I said, dude, y'all better off just going to LA instead of trying to go to Dallas, to Arizona, to Bakersfield. Y'all might as well just go to LA and then drive down, right? So then
that's 2 hours, right? Bakersfield. How far is that? No, I'm thinking about
Bakersfield's about an hour and 30 minutes most.
Okay.
With no traffic, hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
So
we all riding standby, and they were on the list before me, but I still said, you know what, man? Hey, y'all should get on this flight and figure that out. So I could have just said fuck y'all and got on that flight by myself, right? But you know, I said, nah, man, go ahead, y'all. I ended up on a flight anyway, and I got on both my flights and got home that night. So what I'm saying is we owe each other that. I could have been an asshole, and they could have missed a whole week of work, like a whole day, I think a day or two of work, trying to get to Bakersfield, instead of me saying, nah, bro, y'all need to get on this flight right here, and y'all can make it to work tomorrow. Y'all be good. You feel what I'm saying? So we owe each other that. That's all I'm saying. People don't understand. Karma is everything, man.
Hey, Kyle, can I say something, Kyle?
I appreciate all the brothers and sisters go to fight. Because guess what? But East Coast open up, we're going to be there too. Like, when I watch y'all go to fights, I'm going to watch it. Because that's what I want to hear. Like, people talking to the actual boxers that we like. We're going to buy these fucking fights if we not there, yo.
Yeah, go ahead, Bo.
Hey, Kyle, here's what I'm going to say, man. It's just like somebody, the comment you just had up, Coach. Like Rocket that Jenny said, man. Just build your brand.
Yeah.
Build your brand. That way he's asking you and you not asking him. Because at the end of the day, once they get to that certain tax bracket, man, and it's not just a black thing, I can promise you that, man. People, when they get to a certain tax bracket,
it's a people thing.
Yeah,
it's a people thing.
They see green. They don't see, you know what I'm saying, brothers or this and that. Because I know plenty of Latinos, and because you know I was in the military, so and they say the exact same thing, man. And all you got to do is just keep building, man. And once you keep building, even if you got to start with the no-name fighters and just give them interview, eventually that networking is going to swing around. All those big cats going to want to come to you, you know what I'm saying, for interviews and stuff like that, man. But you're doing the right thing, though.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Cal. Go ahead.
No, I feel that. I feel everything you're saying. But at the end of the day, we gotta look out for each other, especially when you're talking that black power shit. He never said nothing about helping black brothers out or putting black folks in a position and all that shit. I wouldn't even feel no way. But see, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of principle. See, I stand on the shit that I say. So if I say something, I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You know what I mean? So, and Sheldon can tell you this, and Mark Nash will tell you. I ran over, missed out on an interview with Paul Williams to go grab Mark Nash and bring him to meet Jerron Ennis and his pops. I could have been a selfish nigga and said, all right, let me just get mine and fuck you. But no. See, the thing is, I'm a man of principle. If I say I'm going to look out for you, I'm going to look out. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of position it could put me in. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I got to do it. And that's just what I'm saying. I'm not. If he would have never said black folks this, black folks that, I wouldn't feel no way. But I feel a way because of how he carried himself and how, you know what I'm saying, how people lead their life. I'm 100 every time. I always think about how I would feel, so I feel how I would feel. That's me. But you know, it is saying.
Kyle, you back. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is. I still get, you know, I get interviews all the time. But you know, it was like we had to weigh in, and I normally don't even do shit like this. So it was kind of like my pride mostly, because it's like, shit, you know, you could have just had 45 seconds, because you telling me, no, you hungry and all this shit could have been you giving me that 45 seconds. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of you saying, brother, not right now, man, I'm hungry, I'm about to head out and go get something to eat. That's 45 seconds. You could have said, all right, go ahead, brother. And I could have said, hey, because listen, and I'm going to tell y'all this. The crazy thing was, all I was going to do is give him a compliment. That's all I was going to do. I was going to tell him, I said, man, you one of the flyest dressing promoters in the game, man. And that's it. See, and that's all I was going to say to him. I wasn't going to ask him no hard questions, none of that. That's all I was going to ask the man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I noticed, like, some of them guys, like, even I watch some of these big guys, right? Sometimes you just got to go ahead and ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Or just make, you know, if you want to let him know he's the flyest wrestler, just go ahead and make the compliment. You know what I'm saying? See what his reaction is. That could be the icebreaker. And then he might just give you a little bit at a time then. Because I noticed that's what some of these guys do. They just go up there and they just say something.
Right. Let me address the super chat right quick, Bo.
Hey,
right.
Leroy!
Super chat.
Hey, shout out to Brandon Lins. He said golf has the golf channel on multiple cable providers. YouTube is truly the only channel for pretty much for boxing fans that we have. Promoters should be thankful for content creators. Go ahead, Bo. Sorry about that.
Nah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I noticed like a lot of guys, they you know, they do icebreakers and whatnot, right? They just go up there and just shoot the question to them. You know what I'm saying? Like a rapid fire or whatever. Because like I said, like if you look at somebody like Ellie, right? Ellie ain't gonna go up there and ask for no permission. He's just gonna go ahead and shoot the question. Now I understand Ellie's like he's on another level, but that's what they do. They just shoot the question.
That ain't in me though. That shit's not in me. I'm an organic guy. I'm not running up on him. And I was just telling Shelton that. I said, I don't know how a motherfucker can just run up to a motherfucker with the camera in their face. I just can't do it. That's just not in me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm different, but I can't just run up to a motherfucker like, hey. No, I can't do it. I gotta, hey, you feel like doing this? If you don't, all right, cool. But don't lie and say you got somewhere to be and you ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest problem.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Listen, you know, I'm trying to look at it both ways. You know how you guys know how I always, you know, rank on Leonard Ellaby by his nose and stuff. But outside of that, you know, man, I don't know, man. Like this brother right here, Rocket Andrade, feels differently. Shout out to Brandon Lins for the super chat, fam. I'm gonna go ahead and read your comment. Like you say, you know, content creators, we do keep this sport alive. A lot of these fighters, because you know, if the fighter don't have a fight coming up, no one on mainstream media is going to talk about a fighter unless they have a major fight coming up. And if you are a lower tier fighter, whether you have a fight coming up or not, they still ain't going to talk about you. You see what I'm saying? So we keep these fighters, we keep these fighters relevant, because when fighters, you know, some fighters, they may not have a fight till 6 months from now. No one in the mainstream media is going to talk about these guys but us, right? So, I don't know why Leonard didn't give you the interview or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't really say. You know, I don't know if he had anything personal against you. Maybe he heard some about your Kyle. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, we'll never know. No. I'm not trying to
let
be
me
funny.
ask, no, Coach, let me ask Bo a question. Now, let me ask Bo a question. Hey, Bo, did you see the title of this show?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Me personally, man, I see it two different ways. I personally think Floyd and Leonard don't really have the utmost confidence in Tank Davis, man. So they're just going to control their career. They're going to milk every dollar they could get out of them. And two, it's like, for me, I think Tank personally, because I know he's like, yo, I'm making money. I'm breaking bread with these guys. But if he really wants to go down as a legend, he's going to have to start taking the big fights. Because you go on life and death with a no name. I mean, come on, man. You know, I'm not saying Barrios is not any good, but really, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I hear Leonard Ellaby talk about who is Josh Taylor. He doesn't put butts in seats. But last time I realized, when did Barrios ever put a butt in a seat? I don't think anybody ever heard of him prior to this fight. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I didn't know who Barrios was, to be honest with you.
On the real, Valdez versus Tank would be the official coming out party at 1:30, where they can go to catchweight. Valdez versus Tank will be the official fight for Tank to have legacy in me, bro. He could fight Ryan Garcia, yo. Like, the point is, Tank is not fooling nobody. We appreciated his fight. We not stupid as boxing fans.
I'm gonna say this. You know, I'm very, very high on Tank. Like, Tank is a very, very phenomenal fighter. I feel like this about all fighters. Whether it's Crawford, and you guys know Crawford is my favorite fighter. If you guys are saying that this guy's supposed to be pound for pound this, he's great, he's that, he's all that in the bag of chips. If you're saying that Errol Spence is this and that, and Errol Spence has been fighting the top guys, that's because the top guys are with the PBC. So it's easy to make those fights when they're on the same side of the street. I get that. But that's with any fight. I don't give a damn who it is, Josh Taylor, whoever. If you're saying this guy is that, the top guys have to fight each other. But now, Floyd Mayweather did say that's not his plans. He only plans to make all in-house fights. And I'm to be honest with you, as much as flack as I'm giving Floyd Mayweather right now, at least he was honest. At least he was honest, bro. I gotta respect his honesty, whether I agree with it or not, but at least he was honest. Because I would love to see what Tank can do against a Lomachenko. I would love to see what Tank can do against a Teofimo Lopez. Because I think Teofimo Lopez and Tank, their styles is very, very similar, in my opinion. What do you think, Bo?
I think Teo is a little bit more seasoned, personally.
But
I like
style-wise. I'm saying style-wise. I think their style is very, very similar.
Yeah. I mean, Tank, I don't know, man. Tank goes, he really goes in the kill. I mean, I really like Tank, man. I just don't like how they moving him, man. But I understand it's a business, you know.
Right. It's not Tank fault. I'm not bagging on Tank. I'm saying I just don't like the way Floyd, like, I can answer that. I can answer that. You know what I mean? And like, damn, let the man talk for his goddamn self. You got to always answer every goddamn thing. Tank is a 26, 27-year-old grown-ass man. Let the man talk for himself. I want to hear what Tank say. Tank, who you want to fight next? Why you got to take over the interview? You know, and that we're not moving Tank in that direction. Listen, the man can talk for himself. And that's the problem I have with that. Right?
Maybe somebody should go and ask Tank, you know what I'm saying, when he's asking the question, and one of them guys start talking for him, they'd be like, hey, Tank, man, listen, man, I'm asking you, man, who do you want?
Right. I don't want to hear what Floyd got to say. Floyd, you had your time in this. You are a promoter. I don't want to see you on the side with Tank talking to his trainer in between rounds, and the trainer let them know, hey, man, listen, man, his coach, yeah, man, listen, this is what you got to do. I don't want to see Floyd coming on the side, hey, man, you're down unofficial in the scorecards. You need to do A, B, C, and D. And the trainer can't even talk to their fighter. Now that everybody looking at Floyd. Like, damn, dude, you want to be the promoter?
He wasn't down, though, coach. He was not down.
No, that's not the point. The point is a promoter ain't got no business coming to the corner. If Kyle training me, I'm in between rounds, I'm getting my ass whooped, or I may be winning. And I'm sitting down and he's talking to me in between rounds. I don't want to see Barbram coming over there. You're blowing it, kid. Listen, you're going to have to do A, B, C, and D. Now Kyle stopped talking. I'm not listening to Kyle anymore. Now I'm looking at Floyd. Now you
and I'm with Coach. And I'm with Coach because I was there. And me and Kyle both said that. Why are you talking to Floyd? What's up with Coach Ford in the corner? Then you guys say, why would you not listen to Floyd? But Calvin Ford is the trainer. So why is Floyd stepping on his toes? I didn't like that.
Well, he already tried to be the trainer for Tank, right? And Tank already said he wasn't going to let that happen.
Hey, Floyd. Yo, Floyd. Floyd. Hey, Floyd remind me of P. Diddy. We'll be all in the videos, all in the interviews. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Coach.
Bo, I gotta disagree.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on. Go ahead, Ron.
Before the stream is over, can we talk about the statue? And I'll leave it at that.
Talk about what?
The statue.
What statue?
Oh,
the Deontay Wilder joint.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
We ain't talk about that now. That's gonna be a whole nother hour.
Hey, Coach. I'm finna dip out. I got some personal things to handle. You know, I just got home. But salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. All these guys. You know how we feel about each other, man. Y'all my dogs. Coach, I'll see you tomorrow. Definitely same time, same place. Everybody have a great day. And let's keep this boxing thing going, y'all.
Okay. So, hey, let's hit. Round of applause to my co-host, something more, man. Hit the Ali bell. You guys know Shelton named this the Ali bell. So it came from Shelton. This is Shelton. Hey, hold on. We'll address that 1 second, Ron. Hey, go ahead.
So
Cal, go ahead, brother.
Gotta disagree with you on that. Mario Barrios is a hell of a fighter. That he is damn good. You might want to go back and watch his fights, but he fight his ass off. And he does have a lot of people with him. He brung San Antonio to Atlanta. It was a lot of San Antonio people with his shirts on. Man, listen. Floyd is making that, and then this you got to think about this too, right? From a promoter's standpoint. Not saying that I agree, but if I'm paying Coach $5 million, and I can give you $100,000, right? Why wouldn't I do it? You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying Ron $2 million, I can pay you $100,000. Why wouldn't I do it? You know what I'm saying? As a promoter. And I'm telling you all the truth, man. In Atlanta, it don't matter who Tank fight. I mean, Tank can fight, he can fight me.
Right. And it's gonna sell out. Yeah, it's gonna sell. Yeah, I noticed that. So listen, from a business standpoint, I get what Floyd doing. From a business standpoint, like it made perfect sense. My thing is, Tank, listen, I have high regard for Teofimo Lopez. I have high regard for Vasily Lomachenko. I have high regard for Tank Davis. I have high regard for Devin Haney. I think all of these, Josh Taylor, got a high regard for him. Can't help but have high regard for him. He got it the hard way. Undisputed, like he fought. So he it wasn't no pushover. He only had 18 fights. So I got high regards for these guys. When I think highly of you, and me being 47, and I remember seeing the Hagglers, all these guys fighting each other, and I'm like, dude, they need to fight each other. But one thing I will say, I don't agree with what Floyd said, but I respect his honesty. At least he told the truth. Look, we're not going in that direction. So basically, Floyd saying we're not going to see Tank fight no Teofimo. He ain't going to fight Lomachenko. Not going to fight Devin Haney. Not going to fight Josh Taylor. That's basically what he's saying. We got a whole bunch of other fighters that we can throw him in there with. That's with the PBC. And at least he came out and said it. So I respect that. I don't agree with it, but if your fans can roll with you on that and say, okay, that's cool, just keep the same energy with the other fighters who you may feel like should be fighting other top fighters. Don't say, okay, it's okay for Tank to do it, but then with another fighter do the same thing, it's everybody up in arms. That's my only problem with that.
Hey, Coach.
And that's the problem I really have with that. Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh, my bad. It ain't like Bob Arum don't do it. Eddie Hearn, they all do the same thing.
Yeah.
We know.
No, absolutely. Listen. Anybody on this channel know I don't give a damn about Al Heyman. I don't give a damn about Bob Arum. I don't give a damn about Eddie. I don't care nothing about no promoters, dog. All I care about is the sport of boxing. I'm gonna tell you why. What makes the sport of boxing? It's the fighters. So if I love the sport of boxing, I gotta love the fighters, because without the fighters, we ain't got the sport of boxing. What makes boxing exciting is when we see top-notch fighters fight each other. When you really can't pick, like, damn, I don't know who's gonna win this fight. Like, damn, this gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, you know, the Lennox Lewis's and the Larry Holmes and the Sugar Ray Robinsons and the Ali's and the George Foremans. He said the Roy Jones Jr.'s, the Pernell Whitakers. You know what I mean? The Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, like these guys. That's what made these fights great. When these guys fought each other, and we literally did not know who was going to win. It's a 50-50 fight. And if Tank is that elite fighter, which I believe he is, and we know that Teofimo Lopez is an elite fighter. We know Lomachenko is an elite fighter. Whether you like these guys or not is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, these guys are top-notch fighters. Everybody should be fighting each other. And, you know, and regardless of which side of the fence you on, they should fight each other. Period. I don't want to hear no, yeah, man, you know what, we're not going to go in that direction. When Floyd, this will get me. This is the hypocrisy in what Floyd saying. We're not going to go in that direction. But when Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd, he fought everybody. But a lot of these guys who watch the boxing, they don't know Pretty Boy Floyd. They know Money May, but they don't know Pretty Boy Floyd fought every goddamn body.
Well, you know what
like,
I think, Joe? I think they know Pretty Boy Floyd, but they just want to be Money. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, but you don't want to put the work in. You want to be Money May, but you don't want to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase.
But you know what? You know what Floyd has said, and he said it 100 times, and we always like brush past it, like we're not listening to him. He already told us what he's done.
Right.
He said, I'm here to get easy money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here to take less punishment as possible. I don't care about what the writers say. None of that. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do what I need to do to make this money and to have all my faculties when I leave here.
Right, but he said that after he said that after he put the work in that Pretty Boy Floyd. You see what I'm saying? Like once he became a free agent and he was able to take more control of his career, that's when he started saying that. And I understand that, Kyle. I understand everything what you're saying. But my point is, he put the work in. He didn't start out saying that. You know, he had to go through. He had to pay his dues first. He had to pay his dues. Once he paid his dues, then he went into that phase. I have no problem with that. Some of these fighters, they trying to just skip paying the dues and go right into the money Mayweather phase, and it didn't work that way when Floyd Mayweather didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like listen, I remember Floyd coming out the Olympics, so I remember that era. You know, it was some monsters. Hold on, let me get a super chat out the way.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Shout out to my brain man Punch on Boxing. Please go to his channel and subscribe. Punch say Legacy Reign Supreme is the real generation of wealth. Stop chasing their purse and chase a legacy. Once you have established a legacy, money will be chasing you. That's a valid point. You know, I'm not saying anybody's wrong here. You know, it's all subjective. But go ahead, Bo.
I mean, that's true and all, but man, you ain't gonna get on it. You ain't gonna tell these young fighters not to chase money.
You gotta make sure that we put it like this. We're not gonna allow the rankings to be fucking fucked over. Not no circus fights. Like, keep it real. Keep the rankings in fucking check. Like, meaning Tank need to fight the right motherfuckers and stop bitching. No, not stop bitching, but stop letting people clown him. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good boxer, but like the right motherfuckers. Let's keep it real.
I mean, Tank a bad boy. Like I say, I never say a fighter ducking another fighter. I don't think like Errol Spence, Crawford, Tank, Teofimo. When you're on that level, ain't nobody ducking nobody's afraid of anybody. I just don't believe that. You know, like there's no way you get, because in the amateurs, all these fighters fought each other any goddamn ways. And the amateur circuit, all of them fought each other.
Here's my thing though. I mean, I'm not gonna say Tank ducking people, but it just looks kind of suspicious, man. I mean, he didn't even fight Tevin Farmer.
Yeah, but that's his handlers though. That's his handlers.
Like Lomachenko. Lomachenko been calling that dude out for the longest. He ain't fight Lomachenko.
Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's his handlers. I say handlers because they are handling. You know.
Nah, but at some point in time, Tank need to just come out and be like, he needed to be like, yo, make the damn fight. Give me Lomachenko. Give me, you know what I'm saying, Gary Russell. Give me Tevin Farm. Like give me, some guys that, that's saying I'm ducking them. Like these are tough fights.
Yeah, you know what? I do think that Tank needs to become more vocal in his career. I don't think no one would argue that. He should be more vocal in his career. He should have more input on who he chooses to fight. He should do that. So what do you think about that, Kyle?
Hey, Coach, it's hard. It's hard when and this is why I really don't have a problem with Crawford, because it's like this, man. I worked hard for this shit.
I was about to say that shit too.
I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? I had to work my way up. I had to sit on people's couches to get to get where I'm at. So when I get to this money,
that's a body.
I mean, who am I to judge these dudes? Boxing is a lonely sport, bro.
It is.
Tired, we don't give a fuck for the most part, bro, about how they living and how they feel. So they gotta get it. They gotta look out for their best interest. So I'm not mad about that. I'm disappointed sometimes because I want different things to go down, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But I will say this is hard to say something to somebody that's making you so much money. You know what I'm saying? And before you met him, you didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say, man, talk shit to Floyd or leave, because I tell you the truth, man. I got an interview coming out with Luis, the one that beat Jared Hurd. He said, man, he had to go back and talk to Floyd, man. And he said Floyd gave him another chance to get a bag. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how it is. It's hard. It's hard when the thing is that we always say like this. We always say the promoter works for the fighter. We know that ain't true. We know the fighter works for the promoter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
That's how it goes, man.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I got the platform. You gonna do what I tell you to do, and that's the facts.
Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that is pretty much it. Again, that's why I say that. Wait a minute. What this brother said? Brother said, he say, my kids can't eat no legacy. Yeah, but this is the thing that you're doing, Brandon Lenz. You're quoting what you're doing is you're quoting Floyd. You're quoting the older era of Floyd, right? You're taking sound bites of what Floyd is saying now. What you don't realize is, in order for Floyd to be in this position, the way he can say his kids can't eat legacy, he had to be Pretty Boy Floyd. If you don't understand that, then you won't understand why is he saying the way he is. Floyd had to go through the fire. I remember when Floyd was very humble. I remember when Floyd used to cry. I remember when he cried at the Olympics, when he got robbed of the gold. I remember, man, when Floyd was one of the sweetest kids that you ever want to meet early in his career. I remember that. You probably don't know that part of Floyd. You see what I'm saying? I remember that. Floyd, as he got more into the sport of boxing, he started changing. He started becoming more seasoned. Floyd used to spar my favorite fighter, Pernell Whitaker. He used to spar with Pernell Whitaker. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've been following Floyd Mayweather literally this long. His uncle Roger Mayweather is a Black Mamba. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've been following these guys literally this long. So I understand where Floyd coming from. Floyd paid his dues. That's all I'm saying. He paid his dues. You can't quote Floyd. You can't talk about Floyd quotes that he's saying now without acknowledging that he had to pay his dues as Pretty Boy Floyd. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But the thing is, I think he learned that, and he's applying that to Tank's life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think he learned that, and he's applying it to Tank's life. He said, you know what? I had to come up the hard way. I still didn't get no money. He said, you know what I'm saying? I had to work my ass off and still didn't get no money. He said, I'm about to put Tank in the best position to be a world champion and a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree with it? No.
Right.
But it's hard to disagree, man. When you didn't have shit, and then he putting so much money in your pocket, so much fame. It's hard to say fuck you when it's like, without this dude, I'm in Baltimore, dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not saying Tank. Listen, I'm not dissing Tank at all. I'm not saying Tank should say F you. I'm just asking a question. Like, this is all I feel. Honestly, I just feel like, hey man, let the man do his own talking. We don't need you. We don't need you being the P Diddy of boxing when it comes to Tank career. We don't need you all in the interviews, all in the videos, all in training camp, trying to tell the coach what how to train Tank. It's like, God damn, dog, like you're doing too much. I'm just saying, in my opinion, he's doing too much.
All in the corner.
Yeah, all in the corner. No, wrap his hands like this. Wrap his hands like this. And listen, this is what I need you to do. When you pour the water in his mouth, make sure you hold the bottle at a 37-degree angle instead of a 33-degree angle. I'm gonna tell you why. Come on, man. God damn, you're doing too much, Floyd. Let the man. Tank is a grown man. He can talk for himself. That's all I'm saying.
You know what Floyd should do? Now that he has Tank to this position, he needs to take another young fighter and do the same thing he did with Tank.
Right.
He need like the template. It works, but he needs to take another fighter and do the same exact thing with him. So he needs to let Tank be Tank now. Tank's done enough. Tank he got the training to talk and do these things. Now what he needs to do, because Tank really don't need him now. Tank is where he needs to be. Now, it is good to see Floyd with him, but let Tank do what Tank can do. He can talk for himself. Take another young fighter and build him up and do the same thing. That's what I think should happen. I agree with you 100%, man. He needs to take another young fighter and do the same thing.
Yeah, repeat that. Because Tank is a phenomenal talent. When you got talent that good, it's easy to, as long as he keep winning, and Tank is an explosive fighter. He's very athletic. Hey, shout out to Tune.
Super chat received.
Shout out to Tune for the super chat. He said, "Why would Tank fight Gary Russell when he can't get credit for Cruz? They'll say Gary was too small and throw out another name. It's Floyd. We say it's the Floyd again. Yeah. Man, Tank can't make that weight, man. Gary Russell fighting at 126. He can't make that weight. I mean,
I thought Gary's at 130 right now, right?
Oh, he's at 130.
That's what he claimed, but we got to see. Oh, I got to give you all this though. I had an interview with Evan Amores. Me and Sheldon talked to Evan Amores off wax. He said Gary Russell's the real problem. He said people want to fight Gary Russell, but Gary Russell ain't trying to fight them. That's what he said. He said he called out Gary Russell, and Gary Russell didn't want to fight. That's what the man said. I'm just saying what the man said, man.
Right. I don't know.
I feel as though that they blackballing Gary Russell, man. That's what I think, 100%, man. Because he's been trying to get a fight with Cruz. He's been trying to get a fight with Tank, and those fights are not even happening.
But Gary Russell with the PBC, isn't Cruz with the PBC?
Yep.
But this what I don't understand. Okay, you have certain PBC fighters. They're on the same side of the street, as Errol Spence would say, but they can't get fights with each other. Why is it that certain fighters with the PBC can get all the fights they want on the same side of the street, but then other fighters who are on the same side of the street as the fighters that they want to fight, they can't get those fights?
Let me explain that to you. Let me drop that on.
Because I don't know. Educate me on that.
So there's three different promotions. There are three different promoters within the PBC. See, a lot of people don't understand that. You got GBT promotions, you got Mayweather promotions, and then you got the fighters as the promoter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you got to look and see who is Al Heyman's fighters. You dig what I'm saying? There's been the PBC fighter and being Al Heyman's fighter. You dig? Gervonta Davis, Al Heyman's fighter. Errol Spence, Al Heyman's fighter. Like, you'll know the difference when you see it. You know what I mean? So that'd be like Erickson Lubin. He got some more chances, right?
Uh-huh.
Al Heyman fighter. J-Rock, Al Heyman fighter. Jared Hurd, Al Heyman fighter. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know the difference within. And I'm gonna tell you this too though. I had a conversation with one of the homies off wax. I ain't gonna say who it was, but they said Jamel Herring can't even get the fight. They said Shakur Stevenson can't even get that fight with Oscar Valdez. You know what I'm saying? They won't even allow it to go down like that. And they're on the same side of the street. But it's funny how they always single out the black fighters, but Oscar Valdez can go right under the radar and be cool. But Shakur Stevenson ain't fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? But he been trying to fight this dude for since 126.
Yeah. Oh, that's a baby. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see Kyle doing double duty. Hey man, listen, check this out, guys. We're gonna like you say, again, all these fighters are, going through this kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? So, me, I don't try to just bang on one no pause, as Punch would say. Just one promoter. It's like all these guys is a problem. This brother, let's see, Retro. Shout out to my brother Retro Broxton. He said those slogans only work for Floyd. Social media was built off him and Pac. Yeah, and also like Floyd Mayweather is a businessman now, so he viewed things totally different than he was when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys: like the Floyd Mayweather that you see today was not the Floyd Mayweather you saw in 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000 when he was Money May, from 96 to 2007 before he fought Oscar De La Hoya. There was a transition. You see what I'm saying? That's why he transitioned from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money May. He transitioned. There was a change. And this is all I'm saying. The guys who coming up now, and you know what? I kind of agree with what Kyle is saying, because Floyd is just trying to say, you know what? No, we're going to just do it this way. We're going to do it this way for you, because I went through. Floyd don't want Tank to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase. Tank don't have to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase, right? He don't want Tank to go through that, because the Pretty Boy Floyd phase was brutal. You see what I'm saying? He had to go through that. So he don't want Tank to go through that. He just want I'm going to take you straight to the bag. And that's it. And so, but Tank got damn near 30 fights. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man.
They all doing that. You know what I'm saying? They see a guy who's considered special, and that's what promoters do. What at the end of the day, I think a promoter should market more of the brand instead of just the fighter itself. Like if you look at the MMA market, right? UFC, right? They market the brand. Like, yeah, you got superstars that are in there, so they're gonna get more promotion, but they focus on the brand itself. So if a superstar just up and leave, like how Canelo did Oscar De La Hoya, your brand will survive still.
What Golden Boy promotions have now though? They got Ortiz. I can't count Ryan Garcia. He's a social media star. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If De La Hoya if he was marketing his brand instead of just putting all eggs in the Canelo basket,
yeah, and
then after Canelo left, he wouldn't be trying to search for a new one.
King KO say call Al means the PBC fighters not their own boss. Yeah, listen, I tell you guys that all the time. When you hear these fighters talking about they their own bosses, there ain't no such thing as that. If you got to call somebody, if you got to say call Al, call Bob, call anybody, you're not your own, because Al Heyman has the purse. He has the contracts and the relationships with the networks. Who's going to put the money up? The fighters are fighting for the money. You see what I'm saying? So if he got the money, he control the fighters. That's in any business. That's in any business. If I'm just, like we know the promoter's supposed to work for the fighters, even though Al Heyman is not a promoter. He's an advisor / manager or whatever role he is. But he works with promoters on a fight-by-fight basis. And like Kyle just educated me on, some of these fighters have promoters. You know what I mean? But they're with the PBC, but they may be working with different promoters, and that could be a problem. I don't know what the problem is. All I'm saying is, the business of boxing sometimes gets in the way that we're not able to see the fighters that we want to see. Floyd Mayweather has changed. He's not Pretty Boy Floyd anymore. He's not Money May. He's the promoter now. And that's the phase he's at. So the way he's handling Tank does not. All I'm saying, guys, is this: Tank is one of my favorite fighters. Tank does not have to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase. He's just going straight to the money, and that's what Floyd is handling them.
I'm gonna add something to you, Coach. They're not marketing him to boxing fans. They're not marketing him for boxing fans. What we doing, how we feel, they're not even worried about our money. You know who money they worried about?
What's that?
That casual fan. It was so many casual fans. It was people that didn't know nothing about boxing. They didn't know nobody else on the card but Gervonta Davis. So
what? They didn't show the fight card?
No. I'm saying nobody showed up to it.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So, yeah, Sheldon told me that.
No, listen, because Sheldon was talking big shit. He was talking crazy. He's like, "Oh man, Tank don't sell nothing, man. It ain't that full in here." Boy, after that Rosario fight, And right when Tank was coming, so you know Barrios came out first, right?
Right.
Right when Barrios was coming out, and then Tank, they knew Tank was coming. It filled up immediately. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, it was it got full immediately. You know what I'm saying? It got full immediately. Right before he came on, every seat in there was full from the top to the bottom. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. So that's who they marketing for. Because normal boxing fans, we're not paying $20,000 for a floor seat. We're just not gonna do it. But the rappers, the entertainers, you know what I'm saying? Casuals that want to just be seen, they're gonna pay that ticket. So that's who Tank is for. He ain't really for pugilists.
Right. And Carlos Mendoza, I totally agree with you. Floyd not marketing Tank is Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd, they're marketing him as the next Money Made. Yeah, exactly. And so that's exactly what I was saying. I realized that. Yeah, he's not going that path, and I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, Kyle, man, I really appreciate it, man. I want to give you an opportunity to wrap the show up. Is there anything you want to say before we shut it down?
Hey, just stop by the boxing section. I got great content, man. We got interviews with Steven Nelson, Jerron Ennis.
Boots, yeah.
I got some other stuff coming up and popping. So yeah, it's good to go, man. Just stop by the show. Hey, listen, if you ever up late night, stop by the channel, man.
What time your show starts?
So it'd be like 2:30 your time.
In the morning?
Yeah. So if you're ever up that late, pull up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man, let's hit the round of applause for Kyle, man. Hit the round of applause for Kyle. Please check his YouTube channel out, the boxing section.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to it right now.
And let's hit him with the Ali Bell. I can't use Tyson Bell because Showbiz took that. So Shelton told me the name of the Ali Bell, so we got the Ali Bell. All right, man. Salute, Cal.
For sure, man. Hey, appreciate you for extending your platform to me, my brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem, fam. Anytime. You know, hey, listen, man. Hey, shout out to Cal from the boxing section, man. Definitely, man. My brother Bo, what you got to say, fam? Wrap it on up for me, man.
Hey, great topics, man. Definitely on your way, Coach, man. And you definitely got a lot of supporters from all over the world, man. And just gonna keep growing this thing, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. So now you guys who came, I wasn't talking bad about Tank. I'm laughing because I'm like, these dudes think I'm finna talk bad about Tank. My brother Toon got upset. He got emotional. He went I'll Be Sure on me. He went Chico DeBarge on me. He went Ralph Tresvant on me. He got real sensitive on me. And if he would have just waited and listened to what I had to say, he would have knew I wasn't tearing Tank down. You know what I mean? But I get it, man. You know, I get it, bro. I apologize. So I told him to bring the tissue out. And, if he felt like crying, don't worry about it. Just sit here long enough, and you'll see I'm not. Hey, Lito Ross say? Pause. Hey, all right, Bo, man. Salute to my brother Bo. Let's hit the Ali. Round of applause for my brother Bo, man. And let's hit the Ali Bell. Hey, Lito say pause. Hey, listen. Hey, bro, y'all be killing me, bro. Hey, Punch Drunk be doing that to me, bro. He say, look, man, pause. Hey, listen, I didn't know what pause meant, right? But apparently when you say something that can be interpreted in like a different kind of way, a promiscuous kind of way, I use that term, you have to say pause to add clarity to what you're saying so people will think that you're talking about something promiscuous. So, or that could be interpreted as suspect. Hey, shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing, man. I got damn Punch. All right, man. Sorry about that, bro. Goddamn Punch. Hey, let me give everybody a shout out, man. Before we wrap it up, man. Hey, once again, shout out to Kyle, man, on the boxing section. Shout out to Joe Strummer. Shout out to DJ for coming on the platform. Shout out to my co-host, Shelton Moore. Going to give everybody a round of applause as well. Shout out to Joe Strummer. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Toon. Toon, I don't want you to go I'll Be Sure on me, brother. Don't please. Please, Tito, give me some tissue. don't go that way over, brother. You my brother now. I rock with you now. But please, shout out to my brother Exclusive, man. Exclusive. Shout out to him. Hold on. Hey, shout out to Proud Father, man. Shout out to my brother Blood. Shout out to my brother Retro and Boxing Documentaries. My brother Blood, man. Blood, please go to his channel and subscribe. Blood has no filter. Blood. Shout out to the OG Blood, man, right here in Florida with my homeboy, man. Shout out to Major Key Boxing, man. Please tune in tonight, Major Key. Mondays, they will be on tonight with my brother Troy Graham and Major Keys. Shout out to Mark Nash. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Please subscribe to Major Key Boxing. Please subscribe to Punch Drunk. Shout out to Lady Shan. Please subscribe to Lady Shan. Shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to Lisa Bales, who was here. Shout out to Anna Lee as well. Shout out to Wole, right? Shout out to W. Riles. Shout out to Lito Rolls. Lito, pause. Hey, shout out to Carlos Mendoza. Shout out to Elvis. Shout out to my brother Halim. Halim, hit the Ali bell for Halim, man. I'm gonna wear my MTK Global shirt tomorrow as well. I love that shirt, bro. Shout out to Ronald Finkley. My brother Ron, let's hit the Ali bell for my brother Ronald Finkley, man. That's my brother there too. Shout out to Brandon Lenz. Salute to my brother Brandon Lenz. Hit the Ali bell for him as well. Retro Boxing Documentary. Shout out to my brother there, man. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Shout out to G-Man. I got a homeboy named G-Man who saved me the night I got shot twice. Brother saved my life. Tried to prevent me from getting shot, but that's another story. We'll talk about that some other time. Shout out to the Proud Father. Shout out to Toby Barlett. Shout out to Elvis Hansen. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Joe Strummer. Shout out to Tafida Godzama. Shout out to you. Shout out to Gamo. Gamo, what's going on, fam? Damn, I miss you. Said drop the link. Shout out to Gamo. Shout out to of course my co-host Shelton Moore. I'm gonna give everybody a round of applause at the end as well. Who else we got? Shout out to W. Riles. Shout out to Kathy W. Kathy, what's going on, sis? All the way from the UK. Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to I don't want to say. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Dragon Leg, what's going on, fam? Johnny Blaze, what's going on? Shout out to who else we have? King T.O., what's going on, fam? Who else we have? Trying to make sure I don't say the same names, guys. Bear with me. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to MM Sports Talk. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my brother Brandon Lenz. Who else we have, guys? Who else we have? Come on. Let's see. I think that's it because everybody else left. Oh yeah, shout out to GB. Guthrie. And shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG. I forgot all about my brother OG. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, man, once again, guys, we will be tuning in live tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Once again, it's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, representing for New Media Today, USA Boxing. Signing out once again, guys. Peace. Oops, sorry about that, guys.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.